large.
Politicians and celebrities make deals behind closed doors, promises broken, and their income source. Hidden agendas run the grand parade. In the circus, choose to masquerade. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. I've been given money, power, and fame to keep you in line. Television screens bright and loud, sell you dreams, make you proud. Pop the bubble, see the cage you're in. Start the revolution, let the truth begin. Welcome to the chaos.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. Do you like my intro? Have you seen that one?
What
I can't-
was that?
That's my intro. Yes.
Where you can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. It was like a little glitchy. But anyways, so today we are waiting on Damon because he is, I don't know, late. And we have my favorite occasional co-host. We have my sister, Vicky, from around the world, because she is a globe trotting, because she works from home, like on the internet, so she can like travel and stuff like that, which is really super nice. And today we're going to be talking about morality, IVF, fertility, which is a $25 billion industry. And then we'll talk about whatever else we feel like, because why not? So before we begin, how you doing?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm packing because I'm leaving tomorrow. So I
Where are you
am. I am just packing. So if you caught me in a weird window.
Cool. Where are we going? You're not going to tell us.
Oh,
It's
no,
a
I'm not gonna-
secret.
It's
Okay.
a secret. No, I'm going to Guatemala. So I'll be in Guatemala for a little bit. I'm going to hike a volcano. I'm going to go to this place called Eagle's Nest and just like disconnect from the world for a little bit, do some yoga. Yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty much where I'm at.
Alrighty. So, do you want to talk about other stuff and then we talk about this, or you just?
I don't know.
wanna-
You take the lead
Okay.
here because
Yeah. Let
I
me give
just
you.
found out what we're talking about.
I know. So let me give you some background. So the IVF industry currently generates about 25 billion to 26 billion in the US, right? And it's projected to reach $37 billion to even $51 billion by 2023. So this is like incredibly freaking big money, right? So now we're going to be talking about egg harvesting, the morality of that, embryo harvesting, and then storage of embryos. Is that something that we should be doing? Is that like a moral thing? Because with these new technologies comes all these questions like, yes, we can do it, but should we do it? Is this moral to do it? And like I guess it depends on your belief systems. Like if you're religious or not, like, is this a life? Is this not? It's like the same thing as the whole like abortion debate. Like, is that moral? But like this is different because you are taking a potential life and you are storing it sometimes for decades. And then you are choosing some and then not choosing some others. And then what happens with the ones you don't choose? And it's kind of like a gray area. So, what do you have any thoughts about this process at all? Like, as far as how it goes, like morally, like if you think there's anything wrong with it?
I mean, I take the same stance that I do of abortion. I mean, to be honest, I don't know much about the IVF process, but I'm for it. Like, I'm pro. The way I'm still like moderate when it comes to abortion. I do think there's a time limit. There is a cutoff time to do it, but I'm definitely pro-choice. And with IVF, I think the people that want to do IVF are people that actually want to have kids. So why not? If you want to have kids and this is the route that you're taking, I'm for it. I don't know the details of it really. Like I don't know the harvesting, the morality of it. I know the religious people are going to be like, it's still kind of murder, but I don't really think so. So that's where I kind of stand with IVF. And I am getting to an age where maybe I might be a candidate for IVF. So I'm definitely like for it. But yeah.
So there was a prominent case. It's around mid 1990s, just when like this stuff with this technology was still kind of new. So in the mid 1990s at the University of California, Irving Center of Reproductive Health, there was reports indicating that eggs and embryos were allegedly stolen from patients and implanted into other women without consent, right? So it involved at least 72 different lawsuits and settled for like only about 14 million in 1997, so a while ago. And it estimates suggesting that anywhere between 500 couples might have been affected. Allegation including the eggs being taken from women doing other routine procedures. So imagine you're like getting a pap smear, or you're getting like, we're going to biopsy you because you might have like cancer or something like that. Like we're going to go up in there and you think that's what they're doing, and they're just jacking your eggs from you so that they can like put them into other people. Anyways, so a lot of these thefts resulted in birth, and they couldn't actually find out a lot of them because due to privacy and incomplete records, which were very convenient and stuff like that. So potentially hundreds of people. What happens with these type of cases is you're seeing in certain areas, like maybe a doctor, male doctor sometimes will like, instead of using the husbands, what are you doing? What are you typing? Where are you going?
Oh, can you hear my typing?
Yes, I can.
How do I mute this? I'm doing research. I have no idea what we're talking about.
No, you don't have to do research. I'll ask you stuff. Don't worry about it. Chill. Just we're having a conversation.
I'm gonna mute
You're
this.
fine. Oh my God. Anyways, so all right. With these cases, it brings up like part of the problem we have with these cases so far is we don't know how to legislate how much is an egg worth, how much is stolen sperm worth, how much is stealing your genetic material and putting into someone else without either party or maybe only one knowing. Like what is it worth? Should you be allowed to, I don't know, like get legal action? And then what happened to the kids who are born when all these like thefts are being done? Like, just, you don't have to know the answer. Just like, what would you think? Like, just imagine.
I mean, I think it's the same as like, let's say someone harvesting your kidney and things like that. Like how do you regulate someone harvesting and like if there's a black market? I think it falls into the black market, which I'm pretty sure there is a lot of money in there because it's human organs and it's still someone's eggs and embryos. Like, I don't really know what the going rates are, but
that is interesting. Like how much if somebody steals your kidney? Like,
how much is it worth on the street?
Well, not how much is it worth. How much can you sue if someone steals your kidney? And is a kid
to be asked about this? I mean, it's a human, it's your body part of your body. So there has to be some sort of black market, trade.
Yeah. So I can't find any cases on it, but they're saying it could like have a going weight of like 20,000, which I feel like that's ridiculously low.
That's
like
I mean, it's like that's
give me
as much it costs to freeze your eggs. Like it's 20,000 to just freeze your eggs.
Yeah, this is just kidney, just like so we have some sort of comparison. I'm not saying a child is a kidney, but So it's part of your body that's been taken from you without your knowledge. Basically, your genetic material has been compromised and stolen. So yeah, like I can't find anything. Like, how much do you think we should get if somebody steals our eggs without permission? And the other part is,
In the
okay,
millions.
millions, right? The other thing is there's cases where, let's say, like the doctor's like, okay, let's do the IVF treatment. Let me go in and harvest your eggs. And then they tell people, oh, none of the eggs were viable. Meanwhile, they got like 50 eggs and now they're selling those eggs on the black market.
Can't trust anyone.
Exactly. And like,
I mean, everything's going to have a shady aspect to it in the wrong hands, right? But I think there's more good than bad. I think if you just focus on all the negative things of IVF, then yeah, all this should exist, right? Everything exists. You go to the dentist, someone could take your teeth while you're going under and, sell your teeth for whatever ivory or whatever teeth are made of, calcium.
ivory. Yeah, ivory. Imagine if they were made out of ivory. We're elephant tusks coming out of us. Oh my
God. Yeah.
So how much do you want to be compensated if you find out somebody stole all your eggs?
Well, then, okay, factors are where their babies produced, where they're actual living human beings produced from my stolen things. I will want 50 million per kid that was produced from my eggs.
Yes. And then, okay, 50 million per kid. 50 million. Damn. I didn't realize them genetics were that expensive.
These genetics, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, so we're gonna, okay, 50 million per kid. I mean, a kidney's not worth that much. I mean, I'm not saying a kid is a kidney, but then you have the other factor of, imagine like this is happening and there's no way to know how often this happens. And it could be like a lot of, especially older, wealthy. This is the problem with the wealth inequality, right? So if you don't have a lot of money, you go in, you can maybe afford one IVF, right? But if maybe you don't know, like that you have like the best quality eggs and that you're still like even maybe a little bit older, but your eggs were really good. So they stole all your eggs and now they have all these eggs and they're like, okay, like for you, like green eyes, a blonde hair, peaches and cream complexion. This is going to be like high end and shit. Now they're going to be like, let's not give her eggs. She's poor. She can't sue us. Now let's take these eggs and we'll sell them to all these rich old ladies that like have millions and millions of dollars and they'll just like give us tons of money for like these top tier eggs. And now, boom. Not only did you not get what you wanted and what you paid for, but these other chicks get to raise your kids. And then maybe like, I don't know, you become super wealthy when you're old and now like you want like a boy toy, right? And you're going out to the dating market and then you start hooking up with your sons, right?
Ew.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you don't know, like your genetic material is just like out there free flowing. And now you have to be careful. Like what if you just go and look at this, you go in to get a pap smear, right? They steal your eggs when you're young. And then you start dating maybe someone slightly older, slightly whatever, and then, or younger. They have to be younger, sorry. And then you go, and then you find out, oh no, I married my kid. And then you're like, oh no, and then you break up with them, and then you go out there again and you marry another of your kid. Because they're everywhere.
What do you think is worse? Being older
Marrying
and
your
marrying
kid?
your kid or marrying your sibling?
Kid. I mean, this is just really, I don't know. Sibling is like 100% related. Your kid is like 50%. It's still
So the
messed up.
sibling thing is still siblings worse genetically.
Yes, siblings worse genetically, but still, Now we're out there. We have to be like super careful. What we need now is like genetic tests. Like, you know, like you do like the STD test before everybody's supposed to. You guys know that, right? You're supposed to do STD tests before you touch someone. Now you have to be doing like them cheek swabs. Like,
Wait,
are
we're
we
supposed to?
related? Yes. Oh my God.
I'm kidding, of course.
So now you gotta check them STDs. Then you gotta check, are we family?
Are we genetically run the 23andMe?
Exactly. And this also I mean, dudes have been doing this forever, right? Like they have been out there with like their 5 families that don't know about each other and like having kids everywhere. Daddy was a Rolling Stone. But now chicks are going to be Rolling Stones too. So everybody's going to become super inbred in certain areas. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like,
Yeah.
let's conspiracy theory it out like a couple generations. We're all going to be
Possible.
related.
Everything's going to be
Yeah.
possible. I think with everyone, you know, hooking up with everyone, we're all already Eskimo sisters and brothers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like
Especially here in Miami.
Oh my God.
Everyone's
gosh.
just, you know,
The STD
everyone's an
capital.
Eskimo to another Eskimo.
Yeah, Miami is like the STD capital or STI, whatever they're calling it these days. It'll always be STDs to me because I'm old, but it's like the capital of like the world, like this county. We have new STDs coming into the market. We're just so like cutting edge. It's just like crazy. We have the OnlyFans, what's it called? We have OnlyFans homes here. Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah, it's where all the hoes are like together and they create content. But it's not
Yes.
technically like a brothel because I don't know, they have some like they found a loophole that they were called live together and not be considered like a whorehouse, even though it is a whorehouse. But yeah, they just create content all like at the house, which kind of it makes sense if you're in that like world, right? You save money and like you have a nice house to film your content in because I'm sure it's aesthetically like pretty. It's gonna be a
I
nice
saw a
house, you know. It's
clip.
gonna be
Yeah,
like it's gonna be in Brickell. It's gonna be in Brickell, overlooking the bay, or it's gonna be like a mansion in
content
Miami
cottage.
Beach.
Yes. So they're out there, they're like, you know, making their I saw one clip on TikTok where there's this one chick and they had like wrapped string around her boobs. And then it was a 2-story house, like a loft type of thing. So the other girl's on the top pulling the strings up and the boobs are jumping and stuff like that. So it looks like she has some sort of weird muscle control of them. And I'm like, this is what people are doing in their 20s now.
And I bet you they're making a lot of money. So who really fucked up here?
Everybody, like as a society, everything is messed up.
They're probably making 10 times more money than we are.
Of course. Anytime you sell yourself, your soul, if you're like half decent looking, half decent, and you like sell your soul, you could get paid. That's how it works.
I almost told the girl at the gym once that she looks like she does OnlyFans because I didn't like her and she looked like a hoe. And I'm like, you probably do OnlyFans. I feel like that's a new insult these days. Is it an insult though? You're not worth anything if you do if you do OnlyFans. I'm gonna get canceled.
We've been canceled. This is a very canceled.
You're a whore and not worth really any respect.
I mean, it is what it is. And then all these chicks, this is the craziest part. Look, conspiracy theory. So the regular chicks, they're trying to like get married or whatever. They usually either have kids when they're young or whatever, or maybe like they get a job and they get good money and then they meet someone at work and they have a kid when they're older, fine, whatever. But then you're going to have the OnlyFans chicks. It's going to be very hard for them to find like a decent guy. So what they're probably going to do is these are the chicks. They already don't have any morals, right? So they're going to go on the black market and be like buying these eggs.
Well,
They're like going to be like old and God knows what they've been doing to their bodies with hormones and stuff so that they can make content all the time. And now they're going to be like, well, just steal this chick's. I got more money than her. Oh, like that chick who just came in your office for a pap smear. I think she would make a great egg donor. Wink, wink. Here's a couple million. This only took me 2 weeks to make. It's no problem. And now we got that. But anyways, okay. Another case. There's another significant incident, and it took place in Israel in 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 2 fertility experts were found extracting eggs from patients without consent and then selling them to other women. So the women who were buying were just desperate women who knew about it, and morality is a little shaky with them. So they're like, who cares? Just like, I'll pay you whatever. Just deal them and give them to me. So about 10 people made children with these stolen eggs. And then we have like now we have human egg cell trafficking, right? So, you know, like in The Handmaid's Tale, all the liberal chicks were like worried about that happening. Like, oh my gosh, they're going to make me, because like this was the liberal, I think it's like a fantasy, like they secretly have like all the high value men are going to like cheat on their wives with us because they really want us because we're liberal and kinky or something like that, right? That was like their kink. They're like, yeah, because, you know, clearly they want to talk to us and they just want their wives as like nothing. But this is what's probably going to happen. So like they're trafficking women and they're holding them in facilities and forcing them to take IVF stuff and then harvesting their eggs and then selling it to wealthy women.
Insane.
Yes. So in February this year, 2025, a human trafficking ring in Georgia, not Georgia, Georgistan. I think it's like called that, like the actual country of Georgistan. But they call it Georgia here because America. So they were forced harvesting eggs from about 100 Thai women. So it was linked to Chinese nationals that went to this country and sold the eggs in IVF treatments internationally. So they would have these articles in newspapers for like Thailand saying like, we'll give you $8,000 to like maybe $20,000 to be not sell your eggs, but it was literally like be a surrogate, and that you would help a family have a kid or whatever, and that they would take care of you. They'd pay your room and board, your expenses, everything, and then we'll give you this on top of it, right? And that would be like 2 years' salary or something because it's like a very low income for the locals over there. So it seemed like a good deal. You help a family. They take good care of you. Boom, boom, boom. And it's not your genetic material you're using. It's supposedly their sperm and their egg and implanted into you. So that's what they agreed to. So they get to this meetup place. I don't remember where it was, but like they all end up going to Dubai. They get their plane tickets paid for. They stay in a nice, expensive hotel in Dubai. And the people who were Chinese, who were like meeting up with them, it's like a huge company. It seemed very professional. Interviewing them, doing like health checks on them, telling them, oh, go and let's go out to dinner. Oh, take a lot of pictures, post a lot of pictures. You may never go to Dubai. So everything seems like they're very nice and professional, right? You're meeting like suited up girls and guys. Everybody looks like this is legit. Anyways, then they ship them. They say they're going to go like in to like this other area, and then they're going to go meet up their family, the family that they're going to surrogate for. They put them in this like train. It's a little shaky, a little scary, but they're still reassuring them everything's going to be fine. It's no big deal, whatever. Then they get set up in another hotel. Now, this is not as nice as the first one, but still they're like whatever country they're in now, which is like halfway to Georgia, the country. they're like, okay, so like go take pictures, go post it on Instagram. This is great, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, okay, this still seems legit. And then they take them to this house, right? And in this house, it's filled with Thai women, all kind of like bunk beds up everywhere. And they're told, okay, look, you guys are going to stay here for a day or two until the families come and they're going to come and pick you up, right? And then they say, oh, but we need your passport. And they're like, whoa, you can't have my passport. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You're not touching my passport. And they're like, oh, well, you see, what happens is sometimes after people get implanted, they have second thoughts, or they want to keep the baby, even though it's not their genetic material, and they flee the country. And like, look, even if you decide you want to flee the country, we're totally okay with that, but we need to have a discussion before you do that. And we'll let you go and everything, but we need to have a discussion so we can like work out like the paperwork and legal stuff and come to an agreement with all parties so everybody feels comfortable with that. And, you know, they're risking a lot by having you hold their child. And, you know, this is very stressful for them. So it just makes everybody feel better, as if there's a buffer so they know you're not just going to run away. And then they're like, okay, you know, that kind of makes sense, whatever. Like, all right, fine. I don't want them to stress out, think I'm just going to like steal their kid and then leave. So they get the passports. Boom. Now they're stuck in this place. They immediately start forcing them to take the medications, right? So they're now egg harvesting every single month. And that means that they have to do all the injections, all like the stuff, and they're getting nauseous and sick. And because the IVF process, it's not a process that is not painful. It is extremely painful. You have huge hormonal ups and downs. So you could be screaming in pain. You could be crying and shaking in a corner. Like, you know, and plus you're alone. You don't have any support. Your family's not there. Everybody else is going through the same thing. So no one gives a crap about what you're going through because they're all crying all night and in pain, and mental health issues are going around everywhere. Right. So all these chicks are kind of like stuck in this. And then every month they're injecting them again. They're extracting again. And now they're extracting with like nothing to numb it. Apparently this is like a huge needle, right? So they put this huge thick needle in and it goes through. No numbing, no sleeping, no numbing, nothing like that. They stick it in and then they suck out the eggs, and they have to be very quick. And you have to immediately freeze them. So this is not like, you can't do this in the back of a van. This has to be a facility. So this is not something that just you can like move around quickly. Like the freaking country has to be involved, because if they have to ship these eggs internationally, people in the police station probably know, the government probably knows. Everybody's probably in on it and getting like a little cut here and there, right? Also, they ransom the girls. They tell them, oh, well, now you're stuck here. You have to do this for 3 months. They tell them 3 months unless you pay like whatever, a couple $1,000s. Your family sends that and then we'll let you go. Oh, Damon's here. What's up, homie?
Hello.
Greetings.
So, what are you guys talking about? IVF? Conspiracy theories, apparently.
God's talking. I'm listening.
Oh, is she doing her AI generated essay on IVF?
Yeah, just let her speak.
Look, I am telling the story about the trafficking, okay?
Trafficking?
Yes, the trafficking for the IVF.
Of embryos? Or
yes.
Embryo trafficking.
Well, let me say, okay.
They're illegal before they're even in a womb.
Yes, they're illegal. Yes. Anyways, so in the beginning, I was talking about how they were taking eggs from women from routine procedures. Like say you go in for a pap smear and they were just like, you know, going in there, or like probably a biopsy makes more sense because pap smears are not like that painful. So in order to cover up the pain, it probably would have to be a biopsy. So they're going in and sucking out eggs from people without knowing, right? And then selling it to wealthy women. And when it got found out, there's really no going rate for an egg. And there was no paperwork to really find out who got what from who. So that's why it's like really difficult. And then we move on to the trafficking. So this was in the country of Georgia, or Gorgistan, which is what it's supposed to be called. But in America, we call it Georgia because America. Anyways, so they put in ads in the paper for Thai women to come and be surrogates for these women. I don't remember what country they said it would be, but they ended up in the country of Georgia. So the women met up in Dubai. There's Chinese people there, nationalists from China, whatever you call them. Anyways, they have like a very professional process. There's men and women, and they screen them for health stuff, make them do some questionnaires, and then they take them to dinner. They put them up in a very nice hotel for a few days. So it seems very legitimate. They're like, go take pictures, post them on the internet, blah, 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 blah. So they do all that. Then they put them in a train. It's not the best ride. So they're getting like halfway to this country. And then they put them in another hotel, not as nice, but still nice enough. And the same thing, take them out to eat, show them a good time, post pictures, blah, 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 do all this stuff. Then when they get to a building in this country, like a house, right? And they tell them, oh, it's just a few days, and then the family who you're going to do IVF with will come and pick you up and you'll meet them. Sounds fine, right? Then they say, we have to take your passports because we've had a few cases where the surrogate wants to keep the child, even though it's not biologically her child, and runs off with it. And then we have like an international thing. And all we want to do is like, if you change your mind, even though it's not okay, we want to like do some like paperwork and negotiations and stuff like that and talk it with the families before you decide to go. And it just makes the families feel safer if we have this little buffer. And that makes sense to the women, so they give up their passports, right? They've already come all this way. And then they're immediately stuck in this house with no passport in a country that they don't speak the language. And they are injected with the IVF treatments every month and harvested for their eggs every month. And basically they're told, oh, you have to do this for X amount of months. And if you want to get out, you have to pay us like a ransom. Your family has to pay a ransom. None of them have money because they took this job because they're very poor. So now they're getting harvested every month. It's a very painful process. And they're saying that a lot of these countries, they all have to be in on it in order to take a very fragile egg that needs to be in refrigeration internationally to sell it to different people. And they're thinking like, you can't really make all this money. There's not a big industry for dark web eggs. So they're like, it's probably that they are, this is the other thing. They're thinking that it's probably like, it's not that easy to harvest eggs from older women. So in order to tell them that they have eggs or whatever, they are harvesting it from these donor women that are trafficked and then implanting them into other women that they think it's their genetic material, right? Yes? Anyone? Nobody's listening? Okay.
No, okay.
Okay. So that is where the morality comes from, because there is no way you can find out, was I harvested for my eggs and they were taken and sold to someone else? Are these eggs mine that are in this storage facility, or embryos, whatever? Or are these...
Well, you would know by genetic testing.
After the fact. But then there's like, where are all these? Because it's like thousands and thousands of eggs are being sold, and it can't be in the dark web. So it has to be, the other theory is it has to be that women are knowingly purchasing stolen eggs because they just desperately want to have kids and they don't have any. because whenever you have a want, and especially like in Korea where they're a little bit ahead of us, so they're much older when they decide to have kids, and it's harder for them because they're even older than the average age here, or like in China or whatever, because I'm thinking Thai women kind of look more oriental, so they could be getting it from there for them. So maybe like that's what that's about. And what is the morality of people purchasing eggs?
What do you think? I mean, is this your problem with IVF?
My problem with it is just that I did not realize that it caused a human trafficking.
Well, look, think about it this way. How do you feel about abortions?
I think they're preventable.
I mean, do you think
Most cases,
abortions are morally wrong?
I think it's morally wrong unless
Why?
it's like a child, and because they might die.
No, but why do you think it's morally wrong?
Just for religious purposes, because my whole thing is, what did the child do? I understand maybe you were forced, maybe you didn't choose it, maybe, it wasn't what you wanted and it is your body and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, it's like, what did the child do to justify you murdering it? Like, what did it do?
So do you think it's morally wrong because you believe that the fetus is alive?
Yes, I do.
So you believe life begins at conception?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
you don't
that's
believe
my
that.
belief.
So you don't believe that life begins at conception?
I don't. No. I
Why?
think if it can't live outside of me, if it has to be on tubes, and that's not really a life. That's just it's still not a life. It's not a living independently. It still relies on me and something.
Okay, so by that logic, you would be okay with going to what they call cabbage patches in hospitals, like, so people on life support and ventilation, and you could kill all of them?
Well, I mean, I think at that point I wouldn't want to be on life support. So yeah, let's say I'm the one that's a cabbage patch. Yeah, put me out. Like, don't put me in tubes. Don't keep me alive by a monitor, by a plug. Like, just end it.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's a life. I don't think that's a life worth living. You're not really living. You're dependent on something to keep your heart beating. And
so let me ask you this. Let's say that we're in an elevator, right? And the elevator gets stuck. Then we get rescued, like some firefighters open the door, whatever. We're climbing off the elevator kind of like the rope snaps or whatever, like some kind of situation like that. But you fall out of the elevator at night and somebody manages to catch you and they're holding you by your hand, right? They're keeping you alive by holding you. If they choose to let go, are they killing you or not?
They're not, because I could survive that fall. There's a possibility, there's a chance I could survive that fall.
You're 20 or 30 stories up. You're gonna die if they drop you. But they're keeping you alive. They didn't ask to hold on to you. They instinctively grabbed your arm, but now it's hard for them, right? So they could just decide, I'm gonna let go. There's no point wasting my time here. Are they killing you?
That's human to human, right? That's human to human. Okay, so a human has free will. So a human is choosing, okay, I'm going to let you go. A machine doesn't have free will. There's a person.
No, but a woman going to an abortion is deciding that she's going to abort that fetus. See, this is the point. If she doesn't do anything
before a certain time. Now, I'm against late-term abortion. Now, if the baby can sustain itself outside of me, it doesn't need to be on tubes, then yeah, absolutely, I don't agree with abortion. But if
so here's the thing: the baby,
you have an ethical window.
So here's the thing. Here's my point. I like what you said there. If the baby can sustain itself, then you are against abortions. So the baby sustains itself from the moment the egg is fertilized. From the moment the egg gets fertilized and you have a zygote, that thing is sustaining itself. It's doing what it was designed to do, and it's growing. And unless the person that the zygote is inside, unless the person decides to go into a hospital and have an invasive procedure that kills that zygote, that thing is going to survive and live and be born, right? So it is surviving, right? Now your point is, oh, but it's dependent on the mother. You're dependent on everything else around you to sustain your life. You're dependent on electricity, you're dependent on food, you're dependent on water. If somebody cuts that shit off from you, you're going to die. That thing is dependent on its environment to survive, in the same way that you're dependent on your environment to survive. Okay? Now, the whole my body, my choice thing doesn't hold any water, I'm afraid. Okay? Because we're not talking about your body. That thing growing inside you is a separate body. It has a unique DNA sequence that you don't have. It's partly yours and it's partly the father's. So it's got a unique DNA chain, and it's human DNA, and it's growing. Okay? Dead things don't grow. It's alive. And it's its own unique DNA chain, and therefore it is a human life. So biologically speaking, it is a life. And whenever you see all these students on campuses arguing like, it's not alive, it's not alive, it's just a clump of cells, you're a clump of cells, I'm a clump of cells. That doesn't mean that we're not alive. And you'd expect that all these students on campus would know better, because if any of them studied biology, they would know that the first stage of the human life cycle is the fetus, the zygote, right? So it wouldn't be alive if it was like, you can't say that it's not alive when it's the first stage of the life cycle, like life being the operative word there. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you don't have an issue with it, and that's fair enough. Like, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But when Kat said that she thinks that life begins at conception, my bigger problem with IVF is the fact that when you're doing IVF, most practices, most hospitals, most clinics that you go to, they're gonna fertilize sometimes up to 10 or even 12 eggs. And then from that, somebody's gonna have a look after a little while to see how they're developing, and they're gonna select out of those 10 or 12 the one that they think is strongest to implant. The rest get destroyed. So if you have a problem with abortions, IVF kills up to around about I don't want to say on average, but anywhere from roughly, let's say, 7 to 11 perfectly growing, well, not always perfectly, but growing, living human lives. Like these are living, growing zygotes that get terminated. For every one that you want to implant, they will destroy between 7 to 11, roughly. So if you have an issue with abortion because you think life begins at conception, then you should have a way, way, way bigger issue with IVF.
Doesn't life begin at consent, though? Isn't that how that works? I mean, because you're engaging in an activity that creates children, has the ability to create children. So you're basically signing a contract to have children with the person that you're having sex with, right?
Well,
I agree with that.
I get that that's the first. I get that that's the first step, but I don't really see how life is beginning at that point.
Well, your parents didn't sit you down and explain the birds and the bees to you? Okay, so when two people really love each other, they do a special hug, right? And then 9 months later, a stork brings them a baby. All right.
It's the stork. I thought it was always the stork.
Now it's the Amazon delivery driver.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine
Sometimes he's the
IVF
daddy.
via Amazon Prime?
Oh, that's gonna
Order
happen.
some
It's
eggs.
so gonna happen.
Order some eggs. They'll come down in the drone.
And then just
Yeah, you
and the
spread your
drone
legs
will
and the
enhance.
drone basically has a probe that will.
Yeah, but believe in yourself.
Hey,
in the
there's
chat
robots
has it right.
there's cars that drive themselves now. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
And then you'll get a little text message saying, "Can you rate the service on this? How many stars would you give it?"
Yeah, the only fertility treatment we need is universal alcohol consumption. Believe in yourself. You are absolutely correct. That IVF's a waste of money.
Why?
It's just for feminist chicks whose eggs rot because they're too picky, because they didn't get pregnant when they were 18.
You're supposed to get pregnant in the back of a pickup truck when you're 16.
I know that's how it's supposed to work, but just birth control problem. We gotta get rid of birth control. Yeah, start serving beers in high school. You know, we got to fix this fertility. Look, the population collapse is a real thing. All right. You know, we got to start setting up king size beds. You know, all over the place. You know, little rooms for people to go into. We got to change the culture around now. It's a serious problem, right? Like we got to think outside the box for this, right?
Yeah, I think we should definitely like right when you turn like 16, we should just like pair everybody up. It should just be like tons of alcohol and dances and just, you know, like musical chairs, you know, like just everybody pair up. It's just, if they're cute, great. If they're not, it's musical chairs, you know, you can't be like that.
So it's a numbers game.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. That's right. And you know, and every 18-year-old that graduates from high school that isn't married needs to be paired with a 40-year-old incel so that we can get the older generation in on this. You know, instead of this whole age gap shaming that all the old chicks do now, that they just need to accept their place as being out of date and let the young chicks have their turn. Right, Kat?
Sure, everybody needs to just like, we need to do like, it should be illegal to meet and talk to someone before you have kids with them, because this is the problem. Everybody gets too picky now. Everybody's like, they have
I love Dictator Cat, who literally in every stream wants to bring like 100 laws in. It should be illegal for this. We need to make a law for that. We need to.
Yeah.
Oh, Cat, you should go to China.
And this would work really well for the
covered
ugly chicks, Kat, because the ugly chicks would get issued mandatory bags for their faces, so that you know there wouldn't be any problems, right? You know, that would fix the ugly chick problem. So
yeah, and the broke dudes, just everybody should just look. If you have a kid, maybe we should make it so we pay for the kid.
Yeah. So is this around the world with Vicky, a serious chick, and I'm just coming in here and disrupting this conversation with a serious
She's not
chick?
serious. She's just my sister.
That's Kat's sister.
That's Kat's sister. Well, that's really your sister?
Not serious at all.
Can't you see,
she's like
can't you see the
100 times
resemblance?
smarter than you, Kat.
Thank you. She's younger.
Not by much. Like what, 4 or 5 years?
400 or 500.
How do you look so
You're
exotic, but
1,000
she
years
looks
old.
normal?
Well, you know, the Cuban is stronger, and I don't know.
Yeah, so Kat got more of the Persian, I got more of the Cuban.
You got more of the mailman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. But the important thing is,
Vicky was at Amazon delivery.
yes.
I was an Amazon delivery baby.
Yeah, so how is it that your sister's better off the cuff stuff than you are, Kat? Because you like tense up when you're having like a real conversation and you don't really get into the details, but your sister's like way smarter than you.
IQ? I don't know. Jesus.
Kat's become dependent on AI.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
It went from being a little flirtation to becoming a crutch. And
She needs it now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't like calling Kat dumb, but Kat, why don't you tell us how many blind people did you practice your sign language with this week?
Shut up, you asswipe.
So
I still haven't gotten over that. That's the most hilarious thing you've ever said.
So Vicky, did you trap a doctor and convince him to marry you like Kat did?
I'm trying. That's the goal. I still got
Yeah.
some good years left in me.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, Kat shared her playbook with trapping her man. It was egregious. The lies and deceit and manipulation. It was a beautiful story.
I went
Mhm.
over last night for dinner. She retold the story.
Oh yeah.
Steve's nice. What do you think of Steve, Vicky?
I love him.
Yeah,
Great
that's
brother-in-law.
cool. Maybe
Great
when he comes
brother-in-law.
on, we should ask Steve if he wants to trade up to a younger model.
Jesus Christ. I did tell him if I die, she's the only option.
Yeah, but why wait until you die, Kat?
God, shut up.
Sharing is caring.
Anyway, so back to Dictator Cat. So this is what we got to do, right? We have to fix everything. I don't believe you should be able to be alone in the room with someone of the opposite sex until you've gotten married. And before you get married, you have to do like a sniff test, a genetic test to make sure you're not related or have any sort of weird genetic things. And then you're just like, the AI will automatically assign you someone. And that's it. We don't
Yeah.
need
But you
any
have
of
to
this
take some sort of
dating.
test to feed. You have to feed the AI some information. So what information would you feed the AI to make the match?
Okay, perfect. They would be, the AI part would be like they're around the same age enough that it makes sense. And then genetically, like, you don't get to pick anything. Like, no, you don't have any choice with that.
So the algorithm would be like variables. One would affect the other, right? It's not like, so for example, if the guy's loaded,
No,
the age
that's not
wouldn't be the
fact.
same.
No.
Well, no, it would have to be. If the guy's richer, then he gets
No.
to get somebody who's 10 or 15 years younger.
No, it doesn't matter. No.
If the woman's rich and successful, she would have to settle for a guy who's maybe 10 years older. And
No.
Two successful people
what?
can't. A rich man and a rich woman wouldn't work.
Yeah, I know. But this is the thing. Like, stupid modern feminists think that if they're filthy rich, like they also deserve a rich guy. It's like that. That isn't how it works.
Damon, I've got something way more important to say here. Hold on a
God.
second. Now, everybody that came in from the Powder Dusty raid needs to hit the like button and subscribe to Kat's channel because she doesn't know how to properly promote her shit, right? So you got to get in there and do it for her. Click the share button, put it in all the Discords you're a part of. Get people in here, right? Because, it's not every day you get to see a real life succubus in action, right? She's obviously like draining the life force from her husband every day to maintain the beauty level that she has. So come on, guys, spread the love around a little bit.
Don't forget, she also does the child sacrifices.
No, I don't know about that. I'm more convinced on the succubus thing. Imperious is on
you haven't heard about her hunting trips.
Oh no, I haven't. I want to hear about her hunting trips.
Oh, dude, don't get her talking about broken ankles.
Anyways, so these are the only parameters. You don't get to pick based on your income or your looks anymore. We're getting rid of it. When you're 18, you get assigned a breeding partner, right? And that's it. Breeding and let's just say companionship, they don't have to be the same thing. The problem with society is we got all tied up with romantic bullcrap. And then we're like, oh, we got to like the person. Like for breeding, you don't have to like each other. It's just a physical process.
So like, you don't need romance. You don't need romance.
Exactly. Romance. Oh my gosh. All that Disney garbage. It's just no. We
Jesus
don't
Christ,
need
Cat's
romance.
like Rachel Ziegler on fucking steroids.
Who's that?
She's the new Snow White.
Oh God,
Super trash.
No. I will never watch that. That's terrible.
It's exactly what you just preached.
She said that? Oh no. Please tell me that she did not say that.
She's not going to have Prince Charming. She's dreaming about the leader she was born to be. Fucking hell.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Man. Well,
Yeah,
look.
she did say that.
All right. You get a breeding partner assigned to you by AI and the government, and maybe we'll do a smell test because I feel like you have to be able to stand their smell.
Like between their legs.
Sure, whatever. You can sniff
Or
panties
where else?
before you pick the chick, and the dude and the girl can sniff like his gym shorts or something like that,
That's
right?
gross.
Something like that. I think this is what we need to do. We need to go back to the drawing. We're animals. The nose knows. Your eyes are wrong.
Yeah, we could just abolish clothes at the age of 18, and then like have mandatory additional clothes when women hit 40.
Well, we should go back to getting rid of birth control, because birth control directly like affects your smell and like your
Yes.
pheromones. So you can't take. You have to make sure they're not on birth control if you're going to do the smell test, because that would
Yeah,
totally like
no
not
more
work.
birth control, because you can't have birth control in a society like this. It's just, we tried it. It was a mess. Everybody just became skanks.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know, we could separate people based on their IQ level too.
I
You
was
know,
going to
and
say
then-
that.
yeah,
I was going to say that. Yeah, if you're a college dropout, you don't get to breed. We'll let you live, but you don't get
College
to
is
breed.
not an IQ thing. Everyone who goes to
No,
college
no.
becomes crazy.
You can go to college when you have a high IQ.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't agree with that, Damon.
Whatever the case, if you're not working by the time you're 18, like at the latest, if you don't have a job by the time you're 18, you don't get to reproduce. That's it. You don't get to reproduce. You fucked up one way or another.
What does the job have to do with anything? The job should be assigned.
Well, okay, the
by
fact that you said that means that you don't get no babies. That's you don't get no babies. The thing is you have to at the very least be productive. Then out of the people who are productive, you can test intelligence one way or another. If and it doesn't need to be that particularly difficult, but if you think that blind people can understand sign language, you don't get babies. Okay? You're not entitled to reproduce. The rest of the people, they can reproduce. And you need to kind of encourage that kind of Darwinism a little bit. At least, because at the moment, what used to be the most intelligent parts of the world, the most successful parts of the world, are now actively going against survival of the fittest. And it's 100% upended. The dumbest, most useless people are reproducing, and the most productive, intelligent people are waiting to have kids until they're too fucking old to have kids.
Guilty.
Fat shaming. W Imperious.
Anyways, okay. I disagree, Damon. I don't think AI should be I do not think your IQ should be a factor, because if we went by IQ, all the really super hot people would be taken out of the gene pool, and we wouldn't have anyone to look at anymore.
Yeah, but you can get people.
Hot, dumb person and one really average-looking smart person. So you have the genes of the dumb person, right? Because usually
we need hot and dumb and smart and ugly. This is perfect. See, this is what AI can help us do. I like this. Hot, dumb, smart, ugly.
Hot and dumb and smart and ugly is partly how we got into the fucking problem we're in today.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, Damon, what do wealthy dudes go for? Hot and dumb, and they use all their intelligence to create all this wealth, and they blow it all with hot and dumb.
No. They fuck hot and dumb, but they don't often reproduce with hot and dumb.
Have we met?
They
Elon
reproduce.
Musk?
Yes, but Elon Musk is retarded. He's a genius, but he's autistic as fuck. He's autistic.
You seen a video of him playing with like this thing?
What?
Yeah, no. Elon Musk is a genius. He's a legit genius. If it comes to like launching rockets in space, yes, he's the guy that I would go to. If I needed to colonize another planet, he's the guy that I would want to talk to. But if I need relationship, he's at the bottom of the pile of people that I would ever think about talking to. That's when the autism comes out to play. He doesn't know where the fuck to stick it, and his pull-out game for a guy who knows about how to launch rockets is not as good as you'd think. But I think that you need to really consider this idea of like hot and dumb and smart. Rich people will fuck hot chicks. they're not going to put babies in them, especially if they're the fuck buddy. You don't want her getting fat. You
So
don't want her getting attached.
I
You
was
don't
busy.
want her.
Unless she's smart and she gets knocked up by rich person.
So
she's
so
not
I was
really that
busy.
dumb. She's hot, but she's smart, but dumb.
Well, this is the thing. If she's passably intelligent, then yeah, okay, fine. She gets to reproduce. Okay, that's fair enough. Like, but you can't look at whenever you see a gold digger, like, oh look, she's married the guy, she got the ring on her finger. It's usually like a Hugh Hefner situation. The guy is crusty as fuck and he's on death's doorstep, and then he marries somebody who's 20 something. Like, the hot dumb chick is the retirement plan of the filthy rich dude.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not really putting babies in them at that point.
So I just wanted to point out that the Powder Dusty in the chat pointed out that Kat, you're not hooking us up with your sister, even though she's single. And you know for a fact I got divorced last year because we've talked about it before. I'm kind of my feelings are hurt. You know what I look like? Is it because I'm ugly? Because you know what I look like, Kat. Come on now, be serious. Because I'm ugly, isn't it?
Sure. Well, look, this can become a dating show. Anyone who would like to
make a move. Make a move on Vicky. Go on.
Look,
what's your line?
Yourself. What do you have? What do you bring to the table?
Well, I've got multiple divorces, children from many different women. I'm rocking a dad bod. I'm an accountant and I'm super boring and I don't have a sense of humor.
Vicky, if you're not going for him, I will. I'm sold already.
That's all you. I'm looking for foreign passport holders only, really.
I've got a foreign passport, but Vicky, don't be offended. Don't be offended that I'm not making a move on you. I'm saving myself for your mother.
Oh my God.
I hear that she's loaded and apparently she's got an amazing body. I saw her briefly on camera, but she disappeared before I managed to make my move.
For her age, yes.
We do have different mothers.
We have different mothers.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm saving myself for Kat's mother. I haven't met yours yet.
Kat's mom. You know, it's okay.
They're both available for a young dude.
My dad has a type. He likes Cuban women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard.
That's understandable. I could dig that game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the silence, but Kat's stuffing her fat fucking face again.
Stop being jealous.
What are you eating?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What is it? A mukbang? A mukbang.
This, I don't know what this is. There's like steak and some greens.
I'm gonna laugh if it all falls on the.
Those are like mushrooms, and then we have some Persian rice, yaz with sumac. Bam!
Did Steven make that? Of course, Steven made that.
Yes, free Steven from the kitchen.
Free Steve.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so if anyone else would like to come up and tell my sister what they bring to the table and try their hand at trying to seduce her, this may be your only chance because it's really hard to get her to come on the podcast to hang out. I think I'm going to do this. I should just eat on a couple streams because I need to get my my views up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a mukbang thing.
Do a
Can
mukbang.
I do that? Just like I'm just going to like eat. Oh, we should do like a Persian food one. We'll have like 10 different Persian items, like sides and stuff, and we'll talk about them. And then we just shove it in our faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to be like ASMR and aesthetically pleasing.
No,
yeah, guys
I want
like
like grease on my face. Grease. And then like I want it to like be so full, like my eyes tear.
You should just eat it with your hands tied behind your back.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Like have a big bowl of food.
You can just see your head bobbing up and down.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. What is
Do it now,
word?
Kat. Do it now. Like, just
what is this? Is this a Persian word is this bad, Imperious?
Sharmuta?
Do you know what that is? He dated a
I
Persian chick once, so I think he got some weird.
she broke his heart, Kat. Don't be bad. That's why he's damaged when it comes to Persian women.
I know. He's always picking on me just because like one Persian bitch destroyed his life. How is it my fault?
It's kind of like the origin story of any serial killer.
Yeah, he has a
It's
type.
always the fault of a Persian girl.
My God, no. Anyways,
Kat, let's see you do it. Let's see you do it. Hold up the plate. Hold up the plate. Go on. No cutlery. Just dunk your face in it and just eat some. No, not with the fork. Not with the fork.
It's too hard to eat like
not
that.
with the fork.
With your
no, just do it. Let's see you.
You
Go
gotta
on.
do it with piggy
Yeah,
noises
exactly.
like that.
Go on again. Do it again. Do it again, Kat.
No.
Yeah, you have
Come
pig
on.
sounds on your soundboard.
Yeah, just imagine it's a trough of food, you barnyard animal.
Vicky, are you a real blonde? Yes, she was the most adorable little baby blonde.
I was.
Don't say yes. Don't say yes. He's going to ask you to prove it.
No.
She had the cutest little bob haircut.
My mom gave me a mullet.
It was not a mullet. It was super cute. It was like,
no, it wasn't a mullet. It was a soup bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like the children of the corn girl.
Gotta love the 80s.
Kat, that's not how polite girls eat it.
You should
just
be eating
pick up the plate and slide it down your gullet.
Cutting board with your hands.
Like,
but it has to be a wooden cutting board because that's how all the influencers do it, obviously.
That, or you can just lean further back and put your feet up in front of the camera while you eat.
You'll probably make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
No. Remember when we had that
Chairman of the board's gone silent. He's waiting to see if you're going to do it. He's like, please, please, put the feet up. Put the feet up.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching too much content. Kat, have you seen the content?
Get the food grease. Eternal? Get the food grease on your feet as well.
Have you seen Eternal with Wicked Wally? You know who Wicked Wally is?
No.
He's one of the guys that goes on Verbal Combat all the time. He's got this Australian chick on with him now who basically shows up on YouTube almost totally naked, making food and eating food and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You could follow that, loosen up that shirt a little bit, give the guy something good to look at, and maybe the food content would work for you.
You drop some food down the shirt as well. Oops. Yeah. Oops, what have I done? So silly. I guess I'm just going to have to rub this grease in my 235-year-old chest.
Thank you.
The Nala School of YouTube.
Oh yeah, oh that whore. Oh, we should tell we should tell Vicky about like internet drama that's going on. Do you know about there's like these two internet hoes that are competing on who could be the biggest hoe on earth? Do you know about this?
No.
Okay. So one of them is called like Bonnie Blue. She's like an older whore. And she's
that's the one who fucked 1,000 dudes.
What
Bonnie
happened?
Blue.
Yeah, look it up. So she banged like 1,000 dudes in one day, and then this other younger whore that's called.
Oh, and she's got a boyfriend though, right, or a husband?
She had a husband, and they broke up.
And then she got pregnant like 4 days after the gangbang or whatever. I can't remember.
That was fake, I heard.
Gangbang.
So anyways, there's a whole industry of these hoes trying to bang as much people in one day as possible.
Did you see the custom car that she got?
Yes, I did see like a clip of that.
And it was like, how much was it? It was like $750,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And one comment fucking destroyed her. A dude commented when she posted up the picture of her new car. And a dude basically said, I bet she wouldn't let 1,000 guys drive her car. I was like, that's fucking amazing. And it's so true. She would care more about her car than her vagina.
Oh, it's the I heard about this one that she had sex with 100 men in one day, and they made a documentary about it.
Yeah. That's another one. What is the other girl's name? The younger one.
Phillips, Lily Phillips.
Lily Phillips.
Her
Yes.
rival,
Yeah,
Lily
she's the
Phillips.
hot one. The other one's an uggo. I don't know why she's getting game other than being easy. She's like,
Let's see what Lily
disgusting.
Phillips.
Well, why is Nala? Honest question. Why is Nala popular? Is it just that she was the first whore on OnlyFans? Like, what's she popular for?
She's only
Nala.
popular because Andrew fought with her.
She was super
That's the
popular
only reason
on
why.
OF. She was super popular on OF also before.
But why though? Is it just that she was the first bitch on there?
No, she was like number 1,000 on there. It was.
But why is she popular though? Because I'm not saying this to be like, I'm not jumping on any bandwagon, but she is fucking ugly. She's objectively not good looking.
Oh, she's not ugly, dude. Come on now,
dude. You could chop a fucking tree down with her nose.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome. I love those girls with the gonzo nose. Yeah, man. Ooh.
Okay.
It'll
be very easy to find you a girl, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm not picky, dude. I'm up here hitting on Kat's sister. She ain't that hot. Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Cool.
That's not how you get chicks.
That's not true. You get chicks by treating them like garbage. Every guy knows that.
Is that true, Damon?
Right. Okay. Well, if Andrew Tate's your daddy.
Well, no, if you've ever had an interaction with a woman, you know that women like being treated poorly.
Unhealed, like women with low self-esteem and like trauma.
Yeah, so women.
Not the healed ones.
Where do you shop for women, dude?
Hey, dude, I'm in Alabama, all right? I got slim pickings here, okay?
Okay, right. I mean, maybe the girls that, yeah.
Simperius wants to talk to Vicky. Should we let him on?
Who?
My racist friend.
Your internet friends?
Mm-hmm.
You consider Imperius a friend and not a nuisance?
He's my racist friend. Everybody needs at least one or two.
Yeah, you'll love Simperius. He's basically like a living, breathing vaginal cramp. He's yeah.
He's the most offensive person I see on the internet. And that's an impressive thing because it's the internet. So
he's not the most offensive.
Insane. He's insane.
You've not been on panels with him before then. Dude's nuts.
I've been with Imperius. He's funny. I mean, before I kind of heard him talk about his past, I was just like, oh, this guy's just trying to be edgy. Then I'm like, I feel for the guy. I do like him. He's fun to have on, but I don't understand why the girls want to have him on there.
Why?
He's fun for the guys.
You guys don't understand. I have a very thick skin because it's like old and leathery now.
You have very thick everything.
What the heck? But anyways, I just don't really care.
Care for what?
Because Simperius is very offensive. He tries to say the most horrifically offensive, vile things to you to get a rise out of you.
But that's just because it's fun, because he wants to get you a strike, because it's funny.
Yeah, well, he's extraordinarily intelligent, though. And
so he says.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, you can't provide the kind of comedy that he does without being intelligent. And
let's be fair, like on Kat's panel at least, it's one joke over and over and over again.
Yeah, and one time he turned on his camera and let us watch him go to town on a bag of Captain Crunch. So, that was pretty cool.
Okay, that's 2 jokes. That's cool.
Holy crap. Anyways. So I think we're done talking about IVF and we've come to the decision. Oh my gosh. Never send me a notification ever.
Yeah, IVF is for old chicks that are undeserving of children.
I think that I like what you said earlier on, though, when you were talking about how, like, yeah, it's just like these women that wait too long. And I think that the current generation is going to be using IVF for a lot more, much funnier
Absolutely, because
reasons.
I didn't want kids till 35, and now I'm pushing almost 40. So yeah, it's a slim window that I got.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't
You,
want
you,
kids
you
for a long
basically
time.
wasted all of your fertile years.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
So
no,
why
no. This is the
didn't you?
problem.
Here's the interesting thing.
Couldn't find the partner to procreate with.
She
I'm not just
wanted
gonna,
to
and I'm
But
like
not,
why?
them,
and right
you
now I'm not
guys.
gonna.
Wait a
That's the
second.
problem.
Why? Here's the thing that's all too common that women say though. Why didn't you want kids?
Because I was. Why didn't I want kids? I don't know. I just didn't want kids. I didn't want
Yeah, nobody
the
ever asks
hassle.
that question.
Yeah, why didn't I
So
want kids? I didn't want the
why
hassle.
did
I
you
didn't
view
want the
them?
stress. I didn't want my life to end, because I knew for a fact that the moment you have a kid, your life figuratively ends, because theirs
So
begins.
thank you,
So
thank you.
the life as you know is gone. Like, it's gone, and
So
I wasn't ready
So
for
thank
that.
you. Now, if you look at the media,
Mhm.
there was an active push in programming that came in the late 70s, early 80s. And all of a sudden it did two things. The new entertainment that was coming out gave people the idea that what you want to do is you want to prolong your adolescence indefinitely, right? And the other
Mhm.
thing was it painted the picture of the family unit and especially motherhood as a burden. If you look at entertainment prior to prior to the late 1970s, every time you see the family unit and everything, it was always good, enjoyable, nice. It was always shown to be something that's enriching your life. But then if you look at entertainment during the 80s and onwards, it's always stress, hassle, difficult. Your life's over. You can't have fun anymore. It's misery. And this really shaped younger kids growing up at that age. They're like, why the fuck
To
would I
be
want to have a
fair,
family?
Damon, it is, but only for the first 7 years. All right.
Yes, but tell me
no,
what's more stress, Kat. Tell me what's more stress: having a kid, raising a kid, and having a family, or
Mhm.
potentially not having kids and hitting 45 and realizing that you're never going to be able to have children.
Well, I mean, ultimately, they want everybody to be like, what's it called? Like serfs, like in some sort of techno feudalistic world where every movement and everything you say is like tracked. And maybe that's not the best world to have kids. I can understand like all the different perspectives. I also understand that everybody is so depressed now that like depressed people just don't see like past the next couple months. How could they see the next couple years? And depressed people just they don't make good parents.
no. See, Kat. Now this is all cope. See, if the women had just gotten pregnant when they were 18, they wouldn't have had time to be depressed because they'd be too busy doing their job.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, yes, but the problem was we had everything was infiltrated. Media, the school system, the teachers
No,
would lie to you. Other
no, Vicky,
any
Vicky,
type of
Vicky, the reason why you didn't want to have kids till you were 35 is because you chose not to have kids because you wanted to have the selfish me life where you were comfortable and happy and living your best thing and going out and drinking and having a high life or some sort of nice career, right? You wanted pleasure and comfort. And then now you're older and you're like, "Oh crap, I just missed out on all the great things that life could have provided me had I done the 9 months with carrying a child and popped one out a few years ago. Maybe I wouldn't be, a woman, that's kind of desperate to have kids now, right?
No, because I didn't have a partner, and I wasn't going to be a single mom. So and I still
Well,
stand by that. So that's kind of
why didn't you
like,
have
I
a
don't want to be a
partner?
single mom,
Were your standards too
because
high?
I
What's wrong with your
don't
standards?
didn't have I didn't have a partner. I'm very selective, and I didn't
So,
find
so
anyone that
is it because
I
you,
didn't
you
find
you you
anyone. I
don't
tried.
find men attractive? They're not
And also,
attractive.
I was on birth control, and I think birth control like messed with who I was attracted to. So I was attracted to all these wrong men, and then when I got off it, and I started actually doing the work on myself, and I realized everyone is actually like going through something, and they just don't line up with what I want. So
Birth control
we're here.
dampens your biological clock, the maternal instincts. Like, I mean, they've researched that. They literally had a bunch of women on birth control and a bunch of women that were not on birth control, and then they showed them a bunch of images and showed them a bunch of mothers like playing with children, and the response rate of the women on birth control was next to zero when it came to showing any kind of interest for that.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
massively
Well, there you go.
dampens
So
desire.
the first thing you got to do is just get everyone off birth control. Just get everyone off birth control, and I bet you everyone want to be mothers when they're 18.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Kat, you got any
Just
18-year-old sisters?
can't wait for the amount of sales of condoms to go through the fucking roof. The amount of guys that are going to start double bagging it is going to be insane.
Look, I think we just need to have a nice, fresh restart. No birth control, no condoms.
But you're
No-
queerifying men as well. Men are becoming so fucking effeminate. It's ridiculous. The amount of guys that like you want to fuck anal rather than vaginal as well is
What?
fucking disturbing.
Yes. That is a
Or the
thing.
amount of guys that want to be pegged now. Ew.
No.
What?
That want to fuck a woman in the ass rather than the vagina.
No, but pegging too. Like
Pegging too,
guys wanna
but
be
like
pegged.
that's it.
dudes
You've
have
got two
become a
holes.
little.
Well, I mean,
You've
you
got-
know, for the right woman, I mean, you know, I do just about anything. You know, I mean, there's no limit, right? I mean, you're supposed to own your partner's
But
body,
never
right?
thought it exists.
Lord have mercy.
Would you let Vicky peg you, Chairman? I'm
Yeah,
trying
of
to do some
course. Yeah, why
matchmaking
not?
here.
I mean, she's super hot. Yeah, why not? I mean, she's a
Cool,
little old,
Vicky.
but you know, I mean, I could get past that.
Well, I'm hot now, but I'm old.
Vicky's now thinking I'm going to peg you really fucking hard and violently.
I'm like, okay, book a flight to Alabama.
Nice.
Chairman's laughter is like, I'll enjoy it. Go for it. Put me in
Yeah, I
hospital.
mean, hell, why
I don't
not?
care.
I've already been married and divorced a few times. I mean, I'm always looking out for the
I've got insurance. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Lord. Simperius, I sent you the link a while ago. But say anything against my sister, immediately I'm taking you down.
Yep.
Oh God, Cat's naivety is just so
He's
lovely.
gonna-
Let's see what he says. Let's see what he has to say. I'm curious.
He's gonna last a whole 5 seconds before he says something about like the Arion race or some garbage.
Arion? I think
Arian?
you mispronounced
Arion. Whatever.
I mean,
Let me
Arian?
live.
She got a mouthful of vegetables.
We've got it on record though that Cat's Jew-phobic. We know this.
that. Wait, I thought
Silencio.
Stephen was Jewish. Isn't Stephen Jewish?
Practically.
Yeah.
Honorary.
Have you
So-
seen
He's
him?
Jewish by proxy.
Yeah.
Have you seen him speak Yiddish? Cat immediately silences him. She gets so dry, it's unbelievable.
Not Yiddish, Hebrew.
Close
All right,
enough.
everybody in the chat that's new, you need to hit the like button and subscribe and share this stream with all of your people, and that way you can watch Kat stuffing her face every day. It's gonna be her new thing. She'll make moaning noises while she does it too, right, Kat?
If you guys want to super chat me, you can't, but if you could, I will. eat more
She's
food.
not
I don't
allowed to
know.
be super tatted. The Jews controlling the internet hate her.
Anyways. So,
What's next on your list to talk about?
well, I was going to do this next week, but since it's fresh in my mind, there was a bunch of videos that I was looking at about how Gen Z are completely depressed. They want to like just die early. They're not into this world anymore. They've checked out.
Where have you been for the past 10 years?
I don't associate with children. I don't know.
You're just learning this now. You're talking about the kids that thought it was cool to eat fucking Tide Pods.
That's the
Is
same
that the same
generation.
kids? Is that the
I thought
same
it was
kids? How long
millennials.
ago was that?
Yeah, it's like it's been going on like from roughly about 7 or 8 years ago to 4 years. But
Yeah, my kids.
Tail end
my-
millennials and Gen Z were both doing that.
Yeah, my kids are Gen Z. They're the Tide Pod generation. Yeah, and I know, and how do I
And the
put it? Right?
blue whale generation as well.
Yeah, yeah. Blue. I don't know what a blue whale is. I mean,
I
I
don't
know
know what
what
blue whale
whales
is
are.
either.
'Cause I'm a harpooning expert, but you know, I don't know about blue whales.
Blue whale was this kind of like mental experiment that's supposed to condition you into willingly self-deleting.
Shut up, Damien. You freaking nerd. Shut up, Damien. Vicky. Hello.
Serious.
This has been like a year. This meeting has been like a year in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how are you
They never
related to
come
this?
on this podcast, this chat. I'm never here.
Vicky, how are you related to this old fossil? I mean, look at her. She's 146 years old. Do you see what she does to her husband? Like,
Yeah, I
dude,
witness
he
it all the
does some
time.
kind of Persian black Sharmuta black magic. And like she takes his soul every night or a piece of it to stay young. Like, look at her. Like, it's disgusting, dude. Now, Kat, can you tell me a favor? Tell Vicky to stand up really quick for us.
No,
Do not
Why?
listen to anything
I'm
it
wearing
says,
a
Vicky.
muumuu. I'm the one that's 1,000 years old. I'm wearing a muumuu.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Hot chicks wear really baggy shit. See, I've dated a lot of hot chicks. They're always really wearing baggy sweaters and stuff.
So do
like
fat
that.
chicks.
So do
No.
fat
The
chicks.
fat chicks,
Everybody
there's nothing
does.
baggy. There's nothing baggy on fat chicks. What are you talking about?
It's
Their
true.
skin is baggy. It contains a
but there's
body
nothing
that's
that they can
literally
wear over
90%
them.
cottage cheese.
I mean, what are you going to
Skin
wear
is
over a
hot.
fat chick? A teepee or something? I mean, what are you going to throw a damn, a porta potty over them? I mean, what are they going to wear?
Okay. Simperius, tone it down.
What? I'm just saying. I mean, what can actually fit over those large bodies?
Nice.
Simperius, by the way,
Where's your
dude, we were talking earlier on about trying to set up Steve with Vicky.
Oh God.
No, Vicky's mine, dude. She's the younger one. I've already been promised the young Persian. Now, Vicky, can you and Kat do me a favor? I want to. Who has the more Persian nose there? I feel Kat has the
Neither
more
of
Persian.
us. We got
No,
Cuban
Has
noses.
a more Persian nose.
Kat has the more Persian nose. Yeah. It's the more hooked. Yeah, you
It's
have the
not
white girl.
freaking hooked.
She's the more white girl. She looks like a white chick, dude. She looks like some white girl in like San Clemente. What are you
I
talking
thought you were
about?
saying that. I thought you said that Kat looks very white now, that she's washed out.
No. Well, no, I mean her skin's super pale because she never sees the sun for 100 years. She goes on 100-year cycles of sleeping and then waking up.
She needs more of the whole like children's
You ever see
blood
the movie
transfusions.
Underworld? You ever see the movie The Underworld? Remember
Oh
that?
yeah,
Remember the
Kate
vampire
Beckinsale.
did those cycles? Like whenever I remember, what was the chick vampire that came out of that was Kat. They took that about her. What was their name? What was the chick vampire? But
It
there were
wasn't
like three
Celine.
of
That was the main one.
No, you're talking
No,
about
but it
the
was
death
the old-
dealer. The death dealer.
No. The one that was sleeping. They rotated like every 100 years. One took control, and like two of them were asleep. And one of them was the chick. Remember? And
Yeah,
that's like a cat lookalike, man. You're spot on, dude.
That's what I said.
What movie is that? Underworld?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I said.
Was
But the thing
taken
is
out by
that
the-
one was actually tall. Cat's like a stump, dude. She's like 4'2".
Holy crap.
No, but Kat, aren't you kind of a stumpy little? You have like a pear body. When I dated my
Here we
when I was
go.
in when I was engaged to my Persian, like she was always telling me the worst thing for a Persian would be to have like a pear body, not like you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
But Kat's got disproportionately short legs. She's
that's what
kind
I
of
mean.
like
She's
a
got a
midget
paired
from the
body.
waist
Like if you
down.
think of a pear, it's kind of like you know what I mean. Like think you know how people think you have like a stick body. She has like a pear shaped. Like because she
Yeah.
has like short little stubby legs with like super wide hips because she's like the damn like
Did you
remember in
have
the
this thing? Did you have this thing in America for kids to play with called Weeble Wobbles?
No.
no.
No,
Google
maybe
it.
it's called something else.
I
Google
feel
it.
like Cat
Google
couldn't fit on one of the kids'
What's it
swings.
called?
You know
Weeble
the
wobble?
cat. You know, Cat. Remember those
Weeble
kids' swings with the
Weeble
black seats?
Wobbles.
Remember the black seat swings? Like I feel Cat's like fat ass would be too wide. She can't fit onto that on those black swings.
Imperious man, you are the funniest man on the internet, and I love every time I see you, man. That's awesome.
A Weeble wobble.
Now, Cat, can you tell Vicky to be a little bit more engaged here? I know she's trying to find me on the internet right now and trying to see if we match up, you know, my financial acumen and all that
Why
kind
don't
of
Why
stuff.
don't you tell her what you bring to the table? Try to sell yourself.
8-inch dick. That's what I bring.
Okay, Superior.
No,
what did I
sorry,
say?
no, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, no. Well, hold on. Well, what am I? What? See, she's a white girl though. That's what white girls want. So I don't. I'm not. I'm kind of. She's not really like Persian. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
and she's
not Persian.
37.
I'm more Cuban.
Yeah. Well, Cat's more of what you'd think of a Cuban.
I'm more Cuban than Cat is, and Cat's more.
Yeah,
Persian
I know,
than
but you're the
am.
white Cuban though. That's different. Like Cat's
Yeah,
more of what
yeah,
you would
for-
think of the Cuban though.
better
Like
one.
you know, like the darker Cuban, kind of shorter and stubby with like the you know, like the whole. No, Cat. Hey, Vicky, have you
Yeah,
seen
but
that
that's
Cat has?
that is wait, is that does that make Cat worse or better?
From Cuba, we had.
I'm not sure because the thing is Cat. I mean,
Cuba.
I don't think Cat was
Sure.
always 4'2". I think after 3 centuries, gravity has kind of pushed her down. She's probably like 5 foot at one time.
No, but I'm talking about the Cuban thing. There's the more
the weight
Cuban or
Cuban.
less Cuban thing. Is
wanna
that
talk
better or
about-
worse?
Well,
No, I
Well,
want to talk about
more
Cat's
Cuban.
Well, I
tennis
don't know. I mean, look, I've hooked up with a Cuban before. I never dated one, but they're good. They got good bodies and stuff, but sometimes they're a little pale. Like I don't like the real pale Cubans. Like I want a Cuban that's more like, you know, like the Latin-y Cubans. You know,
if you look at Cat
like a
and
Vita
you look
Guerra.
at
Like
Vicky,
remember, do you guys like remember Vita Guerrera or Vita Guerra? I think her name was or something. That's the kind of hot Cuban.
but
Remember, like
if
she
you
was like that music video girl in the
if you
90s.
if you were going to be dating either one of them,
Well,
do you
tell
want a
Fatty,
Cuban
that
girl
little
who
that
looks?
half-breed Mongoloid. Get him out of here.
Hey, relax.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, no. He mutes me, Cat. Don't let him up. Mute him. He's too afraid. He says he'll debate anyone, but he's scared of me because I humiliated him on Sharon's show like a year ago.
It's
Like,
not
look,
hard to.
I mean, he should just accept I humiliate everyone. I humiliated Andrew
Imperious,
Wilson.
Imperious. Back on topic though. If you were
Okay,
going to
yeah,
be dating a Cuban chick, do you want a Cuban chick who's going to look?
Well, I'm just distracted because his tits are bigger than Cat's, so I was just like, Jesus. I mean, but go ahead, Cat. Did you ever showed Vicky your fat wings as your tricep? Look at those. Look at them jiggle. No, Cat. Put your arms straight and then jiggle your wrists, like shake your wrists, and then you can see. Look at those. Tits. They're called fat wings.
It's the butterfly effect. Now, in about 30 years, there's going to be a tsunami somewhere.
Now, Vicky, show us your fat
Now,
wings.
Vicky, you don't have I think Vicky's the kind that goes to like hot yoga all the time and stuff like this. See, I know her. I already know her. She's doing hot yoga and working out most of the time. She eats like greens, like does like kale and stuff like that. Like I already know. But Cat's the old like ancient
CrossFit.
Yeah, Cat's the you do cross. That's not good for your back though. I mean, you can't bend as well in bed and stuff.
I don't believe that you do CrossFit.
No,
because if you did, you'd have said it about 8 times by now. If you did,
okay, not anymore. But I used to. Do CrossFit.
Girls shouldn't do CrossFit. It doesn't make them as bendable and pliable in bed.
Because now I'm trying to enter my soft girl era and not be so like aggressive. That's why I'm going to hot.
But you're only aggressive because you meet simps. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like all these girls, I've dated so many of these chicks that are like, "I'm a boss, babe." I'm like, come on, dude. You know what you do? There's no choosing if they get pregnant. You just bust in them every time for like 3-4 times a day for a couple of weeks, and they'll get knocked. Like, do you guys not like? Have you guys never just banged hot chicks? You don't listen to what chicks say. Like you just do what you're gonna do, and they're just around. If you make them leave, they won't leave. Like they have to, in their mind, excuse themselves leaving by it being your fault. So if you just do what you want to do and just don't pay attention to them and just use them as like they're just there, you know, you just go like act oblivious, like as in what they're saying, what they want to do. Just don't act like you even hear it, and just do what you want to do, and they won't leave. They won't leave, dude.
How did you figure out my kink?
Yeah, because you're a white girl. No, but I'm telling you, like once you've dated enough women and stuff, it's just not worth the attention. You may listen to some once in a while, but when a girl talks to me, they go, if a girl, you know, I'm dating her and she comes home, she goes, you want to hear what I did? And I'll be like, what's the end of the story? Bobby got hit with a car. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Tell me the rest now.
And then you
That's
fuck.
kind of how that's how I go about it. Yeah, no, that's kind of how I go about it.
Well, no. So Imperious, we have a chance here to really solve a problem, right? Kat's sister is obviously on her way past the wall. She's done hit the wall already, and she's eager to breed, right? So how would you advise Vicky on finding a man? My advice
She's way past
to
breeding.
settle.
That's the thing. The trick now is to convince her you want to breed and she can still breed, and just bang her all the time. She's not going to get knocked up. She's 37, dude. Like, this is not going to happen.
No, wait, there's potential. Hang on a second. There's potential that she could find a guy and get knocked up. But it depends on this one thing. Just no offense, but just genuinely asking a question. Vicky, the guy that you're looking for, tell me a little bit about him. Give me some details about the guy that you're looking for. What kind of guy is he? Just describe him.
His name's Imperious. But no, but see that she wants a guy like me.
Hold up, Vicky's talking. Hang on a second.
I'll tell her. Well, I'll tell you what she wants.
No, Simp. Let her say this.
Let me predict real quick. Let me predict and see how close I am.
What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say?
Okay, so she wants a guy who doesn't pay too much attention to be overbearing to her. She kind of wants her own space, her own life, because she's 37. Her whole life, she's had guys like simp over her and everything. So she wants to have a guy who she's not the center of his world.
Hold up. We're going to get to that, but I'm not looking for this kind of deeper shit. I just want superficial shit right now.
Okay,
so
superficial.
let Vicky say it.
She wants a guy who's in good shape.
Hold up. I don't want you to help her out. I don't want you to help her out. Let her answer it, because we're gonna realize something.
Look at how red she's getting. She's getting like the first. She's getting as red as the first time she saw my
Vicky was playing with her hair, listening to him talk. She was getting hot just thinking about it. Imperious, you were.
Hold on a second. She's gonna go rub one out after she gets off on her.
I give that up for that.
Vicky, just tell me one thing.
Vicky's the type with the water shower head. She's that kind of girl. She doesn't have. She's a water shower head.
A filtered water shower.
Yeah, filtered shower. You know, one of the ones with the adjustable heads for the different kinds of rotation and speed and all that.
What are you talking about?
Vicky, tell me about the guy. Describe the looks of the guy. Looks wise.
Okay, so we're talking superficial looks.
Yeah.
5'8" or
minimum.
Above.
So okay, age.
So
quick.
Like in his 40s.
See, there you go. It's fucked up. 50. It's not happening. It's not happening for you. Sorry.
Less than 50.
You might want to go 70. Go ahead.
No. I think 50s.
Well, I mean, how old is Steve? I mean, I think Steve's like 70 something.
Viral guy. This is the mistake, because the girls who are in their early 30s are competing against guys in their 40s.
Early 30s, dude. The girls that are 18, 19 are competing with the 30s.
Well, yeah. Actually, Simp, you're right. Yeah, I know girls in their 20s right now, mid 20s, who are competing for guys who are in their mid 40s.
The older 40 and 50-year-old men, dude. Are you kidding me? I do, trust me. Like as I've gotten older, I get more hot chicks younger girls talking to me. I mean, you get decent okay when you're young, but I'm telling you, girls are scandaloso now. Like they are all about dude, they seriously, it's not like when we were younger, Kat, well, you're in the 1820s, but when I was younger, it was like, girls in high school were going after, the popular guys in high school still. Now they're going after like juniors and seniors in high school or in college when they're in high school. So it's a totally different world. But
realistically though, Vicky, would you settle for a guy who's, let's say, 52, 53, 54?
If he doesn't look,
she would. If he doesn't have a gut, she doesn't want a gut. That's the thing.
No, but Okay, look,
I
a
could
guy
do
who's in
salt
his
and pepper. I
50s.
could do salt and pepper hair. I could do some salt and pepper gray
So,
hair.
yeah,
He
well, yeah,
wants a
I mean,
guy
come
like
on. Salt
JFK
and pepper.
Jr.
Hang on a second.
He wants a
He might
JFK
not,
Jr. 50-year-old.
No,
let's
I
be
want the
honest.
JFK.
He
yeah,
might not
so
have
she's
hair.
never gonna have babies because her standards are still too high because she hasn't actualized the wall.
Good. No. See, that's good. Because then
Let's
a guy
be-
like me can just say, yeah, we'll have kids, and just keep banging her every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day. She'll be down for it all the time. What are you guys doing? You guys are ruining everything. See, she's now in her horny phase of her life. She's
Imperious,
super
I'm trying
horny
to
all
help
the
her,
time.
not take advantage of her. You're giving her
No,
But if you've
horrible
got a
I'm
guy,
not
if
taking
you've got a guy
advantage.
in his
about what
50s,
kind of men she can have. She needs to
you
settle
got to
for
play the
somebody
odds.
fat and ugly that's willing to take on an older woman that'll be a handful
Well,
to deal with.
where's
She's been
Angry
independent
Casper?
her
I mean,
whole life.
Angry
She's
Casper is angry
exhausted.
and fat and old. She can. I mean, where's Angry Casper? I mean, that might be a type of. He'd probably blow his load looking at a blonde girl.
Good God.
But no, Vicky, look, sweetheart, like you got to just look. You just resign yourself to be my number. She can be like number 4 or 5 for me. I'll let her hang around, and at least she'll have someone to hang around during Christmas and stuff. Maybe Thanksgiving with a couple of the other girls.
Oh my God. How many
but-
girls do you have now?
Family
Superior?
affair.
Well, I have like 4 or 5 that it's called spinning plates.
Hey, I'm just happy to be
Sure.
here.
No, but how
No,
many who are
Vicky,
like
see, the
real
thing
life,
is I
not
like
on
Vicky,
OnlyFans?
but she, Vicky, were you the artsy type when you were younger, like the
Absolutely
artsy,
not.
or were you
Completely
like the party girl?
the party
So-
girl?
Yeah,
So,
that's what I thought.
Wait,
That's
let
what I
me
thought. I
interrupt-
thought
let me
she's
interrupt.
like
Imperious.
dude.
Stop.
She was in,
Stop.
dude. Hey, Vicky, did you ever go to
Stop.
Greystone Manor? You ever heard of Greystone Manor,
Okay,
Vicky?
let me just say one thing.
Here in Miami?
50 people. There's 50 people.
No,
in the chat
it's in
right
LA.
now. Wait. There's 50 people
Oh,
in the
no.
chat. You need to like and subscribe and share the channel. All right. We need to get Kat up to 1,000 subs. So
Look,
she can
no, Kat
finally
needs to have
monetize.
me more often, and she'll get actual subs. Like she's retarded because she keeps me waiting, and nobody gives a shit about what that old bag has to say. Like, look at her. I mean, she's sitting there eating food like a walrus. I mean, like a wildebeest. I mean, look at her. It's just like, might as well just get a freaking one of those giant hay things and shove her damn head into it and let her eat on stream. I mean,
trough.
Jesus.
Yes.
Like a trough. That's what it is. Yeah, trough.
Simp,
Okay.
you got to stop because I'm gonna come. I think that we need to just save this for next week,
God.
and we'll get Steve to buy her a big trough. We
Dude,
can
get
fill it
Steve
with
on
God
here.
knows
I
what.
want Steve to tell us some fat cat stories. Like
I was not
I bet he has some stories of when she's been so fat before, like buying all kinds of stuff, eating way
Never
too
been
much,
that
and
fat.
Cat is so fat, dude. You guys have no idea. She's one of those chicks. I had a friend like her. These girls who think they're skinny, and when they get old, they eat too much and they get fat. Like she's used to being young and
She
stuff,
literally just burped. She burped on video right now. We saw
did
it.
not
exactly.
burp.
We saw it. We saw you do it. You kind of held your breath and you
I
kind
feel
of like
on
stiffened up your
Cat's
chest.
nightstand. On Cat's nightstand, everyone puts their like wallet, their keys, their phone. Cat has a fork there too.
So can we just get rid of Fatty in the chat because he's a problem causer? I'm agreeing with Imperious on this. Fatty's got to go. That guy's a commie. I mean, why are you letting commies in your chat, Cat? Come on, now.
Let him
Clean it
in.
up.
That's fine. But I just tell him, like, make fun of him. Just be like, he's a little bitch. He runs from me.
Yeah. Well, that's not
Well,
hard to do.
bitch,
Imperious.
And tell him to go put his milking machine on. He's got those titties are too big right now. You got to milk those for his. He's just the other YouTuber. I mean, he's all right. I'm just But
He's
no,
not all right.
he's one of those black victim.
I found a video of when I was fat. Hold on.
Oh my God! Did Cat have a double chin?
I did. I had so many chins.
Fucking God!
This is me when I was fat.
Holy shit!
She has
Dude,
a
she
neck.
looks like dude.
You
she
look like
looks
the
like
kid
some
in the
kind of, like-
Autism Awareness Month.
I do.
Dude, no, she looks like some kind of like White House like advisor for like fat acceptance or something. Like, look at
Cat, pause it. Pause it, Cat. Pause the video. Go back to where
Did
it
you
was.
hear that squeal? She even squeals like swine. Did you hear that?
Shut up, you piece of shit.
Go back a little bit more. There. Now, I don't want to be mean, but picture her with a football helmet on
Dude, the chin strap, if she had a chin strap on, all of it would like flap outside the chin strap because all that skin and chunk would be pushed outside of it.
Now, Cat, don't
You'd
take
be
this
like one
the
of those
wrong.
offensive linemen where the chin straps don't really fit on the chin because there's no chin. It's just a big neck of fat.
Now, Cat, don't take this the wrong way, but I'd still tap it. Okay.
Appreciate you.
I bet when Steve sees that, he's like, God, how did I stay with this?
Holy
Was
crap.
this before you met Steve or while you're with
No.
Steve?
No, that's why they've been together forever.
Since the dawn of time.
No, I
You
mean, about
do
at least
look
200
like-
years. I mean, she
you
got
do
married
look-
in 1820.
She looks like she's got, okay, maybe not an entire one, but like maybe like
The guy's
half,
eyes are closed. He can't
half
even
an
look at her.
extra.
She's so fat.
You,
God.
you
His
look
eyes are
like you've
closed. He's
got-
like, I can't look at that fat piece of shit. Look at him. He's
Relax,
like
Imperious. Tone
no,
it
but I mean,
down.
look at he's like a bodybuilder sitting there probably telling guys, look, you got to go to the gym 2 times a day. And he probably wants to sit there. Sit there and go-
He came on to tell me about like what was going on with me, and because of him, I fixed shit. So yay him.
So he was basically
Look at
telling
Vicky-
you you're
Vicky's
fat. Let me
shopping
tell
for
you how to
toys
be
right
better.
now. Look at her.
no,
Look
he
at Vicky
wasn't saying
shopping
you're
for
fat.
toys right now.
He was
What
telling
was he
me.
saying?
I think I can play it. Hold on. I don't know which one this is. There's a few clips. but
Vicky,
let's
are you
see.
shopping for the rabbit right now, or?
Shut up. Leave her
Yeah.
alone, you little shit.
Imperious, we need to get you fitted for a ball gag, man. Zephyr A Voxel's onto something there. What color ball gag do you want Cat to send you?
Vicky, how much is Simperius doing it for you at the moment? How close are you to
I'm
slipping
not
off
really
your
paying
chair?
attention. I'm
Well, I don't need a ball gag. You can do one of those vaginal molds and strap it to me. That's fine.
Okay,
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
Let's play this.
That's what's happening. Has anybody told you that before?
Not really. No, actually none.
what did he
Yeah.
tell you?
That's right.
It's
have
always
the-
like cut calories, exercise more, do HIIT.
Has anyone ever
this.
told you you're a
all
little
that's wrong.
overweight?
All that's based on obesity research. You are not an obese person, and you're stuck and you're swollen.
See, I'm not an
You're
obese
stuck in your
person.
soul.
No, because of him, he's like, you're doing too much HIIT, which is making your cortisol go too high. And my cortisol was crazy. My thyroid was like dead. All
I
that
have a
stuff because
thyroid
I
issue
was-
too, so I get you.
Yeah, all
Oh,
of that
he
was
told you. He
because-
told you the positive reinforcement shit. Like, oh, the reason you're fat is because
No,
you're
he doesn't
actually exercising
positive
too much.
reinforce. Jesus Lord. Anyways, look. So
Just a simple
because of
caloric
him-
deficit. Cat eats 5,000 calories and burns
no,
100.
I had actually at this point I had stopped eating because I kept getting like swollen and stuff. And then because of him, he's like, you're too stressed out, because this was around 2020. All that shit was going on. I was super stressed. I'm like, are we gonna die? You know, all these personal things were happening and I'm stressed
You
out.
probably have like Hashimoto's disease, knowing you.
Shut up, bitch. Anyways, so I had to get on the thyroid stuff, and then I had to get on stuff to like lower the cortisol and de-stress. I stopped doing the hard training. I started doing walking, and then it started to come off.
I
So
love
it was-
people who think that walking is exercise. That's
Shut up,
pretty
whore.
fucking awesome.
Did you, Kat, did you reward Steve for his patience at that time for you being so fat now? Like, you orally satisfy him a lot more because
But
as
wait,
a
I
reward.
will
Kat,
say
seriously,
something.
how is walking
No,
exercise?
this is a genuine question because he stayed with you while you were fat. And he's a doctor. He could have dumped your ass for some hot little nurse or
God, do
something.
you see
So-
how these people disrespect
So,
me?
Vicky,
No, but
Vicky.
Kat, he could have. I'm saying he could have.
Vicky,
He
what
could've
you're
I mean, you
witnessing,
take it.
Vicky, what you're witnessing in Imperious is the male equivalent of what you are, someone who has made it into their late 30s and never was able to settle down, right? So you don't want someone like Imperious. You want a loser who will just sort of, you know, fill the void of that baby that you're missing, right?
I
So-
want
so
someone
I'm-
that's obsessed with me.
Well,
That's
no,
not
see
gonna
what I'll
happen.
do.
Nope.
I'm
That's
gonna
with
do is
nobody.
I'll buy her a Pomeranian, and she can have that for when I'm away, and
I
she'll
don't want a
have the kid.
Pomeranian,
Well,
So,
whatever.
Vicky,
We'll buy
right
some
now-
stupid little dog that they
Right,
want, like a
right
French
now,
bulldog or
Vicky,
something.
who's got the vote? Like, gun to your head, you have to get in bed with somebody. Is it going to be Simperius, or you know?
Just know with me, you'll be knocked up the first time. I'm gonna, that if there's no choice, there's no rubbers being used. Look, hold on, look, sit back. See, I know
Can
she's
you
hot now
imagine?
because
Can you
I can see.
imagine
No,
the
I know
happy
she's hot
ending?
now. I know she's she's thin now because I can see her collarbone. So she's now you know she's hot. So Cat, you're fat ass. I can't see your collarbone. Look at that. Look at how fat Cat is. Look at that.
You can see your collarbone.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, I got her to show it. There we go. See, I got it. Yeah, she showed those boobies. No,
So Vicky, go ahead.
Cat,
chairman or simp? Who's it going to be?
Cat, whose rack is better though? I know sisters judge each other. They all judge. Cats, whose rack is better?
Crap, but the same.
That's not true. I know. I know people.
Cat has a bigger butt and bigger boobs.
Cat has bigger butt, but you're thinner, right? You're more like in shape, kind of like taller.
No, I'm actually fat. I'm the fatty.
No, that's bullshit. No, I know that's not.
Now you got to get up and give us a show, Vicky. Come on.
Nope.
No. See, thin girls do that because they don't want the attention. No. See, that thin girls do that. See, that's the thing. You could tell. You could tell by her neck. See, Cat has that short, stubby neck that kind of connects to the shoulders. You know what I mean? Like a linebacker neck. You know, look at that. See, there you go.
Well, it's true. Vicky does have a jawline.
Vicky has that.
I never had a jawline.
See, no, but Vicky has that long, elegant neck. You choke during sex. You can put your whole hand around the throat. You know what I mean? That there, exactly. See, she knows. She's got that long white girl neck. You know. See, she loves
a throat that was built to take a dick.
This is how you talk to the white girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is how you talk to the white girls, Cat. They like the teasing. See, that's what I'm saying. Look at her. She's redder, Cat. She's redder than I'm not gonna say it.
Please calm down.
It's the lighting in here.
Oh yeah. That's why they call me black sometimes. It's the lighting. Now, Cat, can you be honest?
When they call me black, it's because of the penis. But you go ahead, enjoy the lighting.
It's the angle. You know, there's a book, Cat. Have you ever heard it? How to live with a gigantic penis? I have it sitting at my nightstand right there. I read a chapter a night. It keeps me. And no, I'm serious. I do. It keeps me, mentally, to understand how hard the world is for men like me.
I don't know how you can do all this.
If you want, I can sign it for you.
I mean, you just say all this stuff deadpan. I mean, you're like your comedic genius,
dude. When you've grown up with a bunch, dude, I have a sister, dude. I grew up with sister, dude. I've had chicks around me my whole life. I don't have. There's no ever since we were little kids. I used to mess with because there's no mystery about them. They're all dorks, dude. Women are so stupid. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't. You got it. Men take women way too seriously. They don't take themselves seriously, and you guys all take them all seriously. When a woman's talking to me, you guys ever watch the Peanuts? That wah 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 wah. That's what I hear when I'm listening. I don't really care because in the end of the day, if a girl gets super dick drunk when you're laying pipe to them, they won't leave you. They'll be super submissive. They'll just stay. You don't understand. Women
tone it down.
No. I'm being no. This is a good conversation. Hold on. I'm not saying about Vicky. I'm saying general.
Does anybody in the chat think this is a good conversation?
No, Cat. In general, women are they are so much more of a sexual object than men are. Because remember, you guys have 10 times more nerve endings down there than we do, so you enjoy it way more. Plus, you have two giant things that you get grabbed on your upper part too. You guys are objects. You guys love sex. We love it because of the mental thing. We're conquering a chick. And yeah, it feels all right. But for every pump for us is equivalent. You guys get an orgasm, one of our orgasms for every pump. That's how many more nerve endings you guys have. Remember, you guys are the ones that one part of your body is specifically dedicated for sex. The penis is not specifically dedicated for sex. Your clitoris is. There's no other.
What part of you is specifically dedicated for sex then, Simp, if it's not your penis?
Well, my whole body. I dive all the way in. I dive all the way in, head first. Look at her. She's slapping at things. Did you see how she tried to clap and kill the fly? She's so stupid. She doesn't even know how to slap it right. Look at her.
No, she wanted to catch it so she can eat it. She's still hungry.
Cat reminds me of? Cat reminds me of a retarded Renata Ryder. That's kind of the
wow.
Come on, no, don't be unfair, Simp.
No, I'm not though. No, I mean that gullible kind of just lost mentality where it's what's going? You ever seen her? What was that movie? Was it not Happy Gilmore? What was the one where she was with Adam Sandler? And she's just this thing. She just doesn't know. She flounces around, doesn't know why things are the way they are, but has some ridiculous opinions about things.
You're making her sound like that fish out of Finding Nemo, the one that
She
forgets
is.
shit.
A fish is exactly what Cat is. The big dull eyes with nothing going on behind them. Just you know,
All
fish
right, I
breathing.
think Vicky has left.
No,
the
Vicky's looking at toys right now. I've already worked her up,
I'm
so
looking at
she's thinking of,
cruises.
oh, where are we going?
Trying to
You know,
leave the country.
Vicky, I always wanted to do an Alaskan cruise. You know,
Alaska cruise is dope. I've done Alaska. 10
yeah,
10 recommend.
Vicky,
You
we
should do it.
could do Alaskan cruise, and then we could, you know, jump off
I've
the
done
boat.
it. You could do it.
We'll go together, Vicky. We'll keep warm together.
Vicky, you sold on this yet? Have we found you a guy? Do you think that this could
She
be
found
true
me.
love?
See, that's the whole thing. It's no,
Simple, hot answer. I want to know what
hold
he
on.
thinks.
No,
No, I've
absolutely
already
not.
planted this.
Again,
No.
Who has a foreign passport?
I do. I have a dual citizenship to Italy.
He's got an Italian one
Okay,
apparently.
now she's interested. Hold on, everybody.
let
now she's
Vicky
paying
talk.
attention.
Yeah, Cat. No, see,
dude,
Damon, what I've
we
done
understand you've already got the paint picked out for the dungeon. I get it, but I just
do.
want to know
but
Vicky
what I've done,
thinks.
hold on, let me explain to you what I've done. I've planted the seed, and then I will occasionally, when she comes up here, I'm going to fertilize the seed with water and, you know, with sunlight, and then eventually it'll grow into a plant, and then I'll stroke the plant, you know, boost its ego, make it happy, make it, you know, feel very comfortable around me, and then when the plant's grown, I get to fuck the plant. So then there we go. You know, this is what we're doing.
She's on a biological clock, dude. That's too
let me just talk to the plant for a minute.
The long game.
Let me just talk to the plant for a minute and see how far along the plant is. Okay, so Vicky, how's it going? What are you thinking right now? Alaska trip? What was that? Sorry.
No, absolutely. It's not photosynthesizing.
It's not okay. Not even a little bit. Not even like peeking out over the soil.
No.
What? Okay. What could she do to make it grow a little bit better?
Soaked. The soil's already
not fertilized.
The soil has already been watered, man. It's already soaked. There he is.
Hey.
There's Steve. Hey, Steve. I'm fertilizing her plant. Right? Steve, I'm fertilizing Vicky's plant right now. Oh, he's not?
He's not connected.
Hey, Steve. I'm fertilizing Vicky's plant. I'm fertilizing Vicky's plant. Did you know that?
Steve, Steve, how excited are you at the prospect of having Simperius as your brother-in-law?
Oh, that's horrifying.
Can you imagine, dude, Steve? Can you imagine the pranks we could play on Kat if we're in the family together? Like, we could torture Kat till she divorces you, and then she'll leave for free, and then you'll be free. Then you and Steve, then you and we can go flounce to Miami Beach.
So, Simperius, I need to get Steve's take on this, and I also need to get Vicky's take on this before we cut back to you. So just very briefly, we spoke about something earlier, Steve, and coming back to that point, which you weren't here for, I just need to ask Vicky this question, and it includes you. So, first of all, Vicky, what's exciting you more now? What sounds like the better option if you had to pick one? You end up with Simperius, and you go on a couple's holiday to Alaska with Steve and with Kat, or per the earlier agreement that Kat made with you, your sister dies tragically and you get Steve, and you and Steve both go on a trip to Alaska, and Simperius isn't there.
Well, see, I've already outsmarted you.
So wait. We need to hear what Vicky.
But
what does Vicky prefer happens here?
Damon, Damon. Who says that when she is dead, that'll stop me? That's you haven't outsmarted. So
okay, yeah. So there's the option of grape, which we can get back to later.
She's dead.
We'll think about that.
That's not great.
Okay, everybody, hold on 1 second.
Did you see her lean?
Okay. Chairman of the board would like to have a final word. I just saw that.
So Vicky, look, no matter what Imperius says and how hot he got you by describing your perfect male, which was amazing to watch, actually. You're old, you want children, you have to settle for someone who isn't your ideal man. All right. You've basically, run your biological clock out. I want you to have children because every woman should have children, right? And just settle, okay? I mean, you're not going to get the perfect guy with the passport and all that stuff. Just go down the street and start picking up autistic guys or something. I mean, there's a ton of those around. So I mean, that's my final word. And Steven, you're an amazing man for letting Kat do this. I would not let Imperious near my wife, and even in a digital format. So you're a saint. I'll see y'all later.
Chairman, you robbed me. I thought that you were going to volunteer to be the guy. I was thinking he was selling himself really well
That's
here.
bullshit. All the wives love me. I'll make them all laugh. What are you talking about? Wives love me, dude, because I don't want anything to do with them. They're all
I was
old.
talking about
I mean,
Chairman.
look at Kat's 186 years old. I mean, for God's sakes, Steve, how many times has she used some kind of sharmuta black magic on you to like drain your soul and gain some like youth?
I don't know. No, not for me. Because you see, if she drains my youth, it makes her look bad because she's with someone who looks really old. And granted,
I'm okay with that.
Well, but you look like Ryan Seacrest. I mean, that's the problem. You're dating you're dating Ryan or you're married to Ryan Seacrest, Kat. That's the problem. I mean, he looks like he's 12 years old. Look at him. I mean, if I saw him, dude, Steve, if I saw you as my doctor and you were doing had to do an exam, prostate or something, I'd be like, this guy, has his balls even dropped yet to check mine? That's what I would ask.
I thought you were going to say that you'd be hard and embarrassed if you went.
Look at
I'll use lube. You don't have to. My asshole's already wet.
I like how focused Vicky gets. That turns me on because that means I can focus her on certain acts. I bet she gets really. No, I'm just saying. I bet she gets really focused in on like task oriented. Vicky, do you know what I mean? You're not a multitasker. You really dedicate yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm multitasking now. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, yeah, like wrist and neck,
I'm doing finance.
Well, yeah, I mean, hands and head. That's multiple. Things like that. I'm just saying. But look, Vicky, you when you're helping your guy, you focus though, right? I mean, you're a dedicated woman, right?
Oh God.
You don't have to answer that.
You don't have to answer anything.
You don't have to answer it.
It's okay.
No, see, all I want, Steve, is
I'm never going to come on.
Steve, all I want is Vicky. All I want is for Vicky to stand up near where that light is, so we can see.
Don't do anything it says. Don't
but
listen
before
to
I look at Vicky, did you know that Kat and I are only like 100 miles from each other? Did you know that? Like, we're real close to each other.
How do you know where I am?
You're in Florida, you dumbass. You said it like a million times.
But Florida's very long.
Yeah, but she's up by the northern part. She's not in South Florida. You guys aren't. So it's like, 100 miles, a couple hundred miles each way. So, you probably are by like, where are you at, Steve? Like Tallahassee? No, you're probably by like Panama Beach or something.
Panama Beach. Interesting.
Panama Beach, sure. Yeah.
Sure. We'll go.
This is how the stalker narrows his field.
I gotta narrow these to like congressional districts or something, just so I could at least have an idea, But Vicky, I know what you are, Vicky. I like those glasses. You got those cute little, those hippie 70s glasses. See, that's what I'm saying. She's trying to play down the little freak that's inside. I mean, that's what you're not understanding. She's trying to be like the nice, like, older lady now that's not really like having any kind of like games in her life. Look, she's trying to play down the thinness and the hot yoga and the elliptical workout,
big baggy sweaters.
Yeah, do you at the gym, do you do that stair machine? Not the elliptical one with the arm, but the one where the hot girls just stand and do the stair where it's like a rotating staircase kind of thing?
No, I don't. I trip on myself when I do that.
Okay. Well, do you do squat? Like, what about like clings? Do you like power clings and stuff?
No, no. This is going down a dark path.
No, what's going down a dark path?
She's on my workout routine.
No, we're talking about workout.
Slow it down just a little bit, Simperius. Give her a chance to answer. Like, maybe take one of the ADHD meds.
Look, I gotta get my zippers down, so it'll take a second.
Just take one pill. Just one. Slow it down like 20%.
You know, maybe you know, if we're talking about true crime, I'll make sure I don't keep those glasses as a souvenir. But anyways, go ahead.
What was the question?
There was too many.
There was too many.
It was
Well,
like
I was asking if you do you do squats, power clings, like what are the exercises?
Squat, power clean, all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I like that little accent she has. You know, it's like a little, you know,
That's
she got that
Miami.
little,
That's
she got that little,
Miami.
flair, she got that little flair, that Cuban flair, huh? You know what I mean? She got that little
That's
Cuban
Mexican.
flair, huh? That little Cuban flair, huh?
So Vicky, if you
Come
went
on,
out on a
Chico.
date, if you went on a
Yeah.
date with Imperious,
Like she's
where,
going, it's already done, dude. She's
What
done.
did
It's
you
all,
want to say?
she's already look exactly. We're going on.
would
Like,
you
I'll fly, like,
go back to his house on the first date?
look, I'll fly her out to
Absolutely
LA since I'm over in SoCal right now. We'll just go. We'll go to like the, you know, the Palm down in LA or something like that. Have a nice
So
restaurant
Vicky,
and bang on the beach. You know.
how
That'll be
many human skin lamps
Look
do
at
you
Steve's
think he
eyes.
has?
Steve's eyebrows raised real quick there. Look at his eye. Like Steve, dude, Steve wears that like Al Pacino
All of his
glasses too.
stamps.
Steve, Al Pacino had those same glasses, dude. The red
he?
tint. Yeah, he did.
I feel very, flattered that you would.
You know, she's a
compare me to
good-looking
such
chick
an
for
ancient
37, man.
man.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
Oh,
She's a good-looking
yeah.
chick for 37 for sure. But
Kat,
the thing is, she'll
bring
have
on
to.
the
I have to
next.
get like an 18 or 19 though. Then it'll average out to like 22, 23. You know what I mean? So, you know, both of them together. Now, Vicky, how do you feel about other women?
Oh my God.
What?
How do we get here?
No, I'm
Kat,
just
bring
asking.
in the new next, Kat.
Vicky, yeah, I'll make
Bring
a
in
more
the new
broad
next.
question. I'll do a more broad question.
No.
Vicky, I have a hypothesis, and
No.
maybe you can reinforce my hypothesis here.
Oh, God.
I believe that every woman is innately bi, and that every woman at one time or another has had some interaction in that manner with a woman, whether it's kissing, touching.
Didn't I show like a video of like dudes saying that like every dude is a little gay?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's the
play
worst.
that
Kat,
video.
No,
Kat,
believe
yeah,
no.
I can go.
more.
Kat, I'm in a ton of discords of like girls that have invited me on their discords from their YouTube channels, and they literally talk to each other like they're gay. They go, "Oh my God, bitch, let's go tonight. I totally F you. You look hot." It's like, dude, if you heard a guy, like if you heard Steve tell another guy, "Oh my God, you look so hot, I'd F you," what would you think, Kat?
Steve wakes up in the morning and looks himself in the mirror and he's like, "I'd do me."
Well, he just looks in the mirror and goes, "Why me?" He goes, "Damn, it's another day. I was hoping I wouldn't wake up."
Oh,
But
shut up.
I mean, Steve, can you answer me that though? What do you think? Would you, as a man, ever talk to another man and go, "Yeah, damn, bitch, you're looking hot today"?
No, I don't really.
You
those
said that
thoughts
to me
don't
last
come to
week,
mind,
Steve.
but
After this stream.
even looking at myself in the mirror, and no, I don't.
I like it. You know, that's an interesting. The new
Steve, be
neck is
honest.
interesting.
There's a
What
Did
was
you
that
do
name,
the-
Steve? Steve, what was the name of the robot in Space Odyssey? What was the name of that robot, Steve?
The one.
Hal. There you go. That's like, I'm like the sex crazed Hal. There you go. That does sound pretty.
Sex crazed Hal. Putting those two concepts
It does though.
fit.
Look at the chat. The new next though.
You're too fast, Imperious. Hal would be more like bend over, Dave, and you're kind of like
Bend
talking
over,
like 300 words a minute.
Do you hear that, Steve?
Yeah, you're not.
No,
Hal,
Vicky.
for
See,
sure.
Vicky's a good sport. See, me and Vicky could have a good relationship because I feel like she's the kind of chick I could.
Would you really
fly out? I could fly her out for a week. We could have a total monkey sex for a week and stuff, and she'd be able to just chill after we're done for a few hours. Look, she doesn't really pay attention. I could say all kinds of shit. It just goes one ear out the other. And so I could call her all kinds of names in bed. She wouldn't pay attention.
I'm really good at detachment and disassociation.
That's what I'm saying. So in the dungeon, she could detach and just let me do all kinds of things. You know what I mean? She'd separate. She'd be thinking she's at like, a Springfield, maybe in like Lake Como in Italy or something. And then though in reality, she's on the Sibian down in my basement. But, I'm just, she knows what a Sibian is too. Look at how she laughed there. What is a Sibian, Vicky? You know what that is.
I have no idea. I was laughing at something else.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Put that hand. She has a tat. Uh-oh. She's the dirty sister. Okay, Kat. We know. We know. Look at those thin arms, too. She's got thin arms. I bet she's got the tattoo on her shoulder maybe the outer
No,
thigh,
I don't.
maybe
No,
the top
not
of the
that.
foot, something like that. Did I get it? Did I get it? Top of the foot? I
But
know
I'm
her. I
getting
already
those.
know her, Cat. I've never
I'm
seen
getting
Cat. I
those
know her.
removed.
Cat, I've
I'm
dated
getting
so
those
many women.
removed.
I just know Cat. This is all you're doing, Cat, by bringing her on there is reinforcing that she needs to come home. She needs to come home with and that's all it is. That's all you're reinforcing, Cat. This was a year's.
Simp, hold up for 1 second. Let me just ask Vicky something because I need to go and get a drink. I'll be back in a few minutes. But before I go, Vicky, how would you feel about having an English passport?
Yes.
Italy's
Are you
it's
okay
way
with
better
the
than England.
idea of?
England
Hang on,
sucks.
Simp,
It's cloudy.
hold up a second.
I
Come on.
spent some time in London last year. I loved it. I absolutely love London.
Cool. Are you okay with
London
potentially
sucks.
having a hip broken?
That what?
Are you okay with maybe? Have you got insurance?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna go get a drink. I'll be back in a few minutes.
He's gonna break your hips.
No, see, that's the thing though. What I'll do is when she
insane.
comes to Italy, I'll magically, when we're in Venice, for some reason she may twist her ankle and not be able to leave. So, and then we'll just drive out to the country in Italy, you know what I mean, and just have fun out there, in the wine fields, I can just imagine it now. Me laying on my back, Vicky hopping around, look in the beautiful day. I can even have a bottle of wine next to me,
I'm glad this is recorded. Any other things you're gonna do to her?
Oh my God, help us.
Oh, it's not what I'll do to her. It's what she'll do to me.
Oh, okay. What is she gonna do to you?
Okay, stop. We don't
Well,
ask.
like I said, I'll be laying on my back. She'll be hopping,
Can we
those-
move on?
Well, you ever seen that Pepe meme of just he's looking up, kind of a little afraid, and the boob shadows are kind of looking at him? That's what it would be.
Only she's got a shovel in her hand, so she's gonna dig.
No, she doesn't have a shovel. No, come on. That's a bottle of lube.
Can't handle it.
No, dude, Vicky's a freak. That's a bottle of lube, dude. Come on. She's
What the?
No.
She
What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah. Vicky likes to use more than just a fist, maybe all kinds of. She's a freak like that.
That's too much.
No.
Anyway,
Tone it down.
I've been told white girls
you
like
have
dogs.
a second to
So
tone yourself.
I've been told.
No.
Look at Cat. No,
That's white girls.
I was on a stream earlier
That's white
today
girls.
where we were talking about white girls and dogs, and I believe that is an actual.
No.
No, but
we're not talking
Steve,
about that
No,
superior.
we're not.
Steve, that's a true fact.
We're
Though.
not.
I
no,
don't care. I don't care if it's a true fact.
No.
It is though. It is. That's
We're supposed to.
No.
Okay.
Steve. Why are you restricting freedom of speech?
That's not freedom of speech.
There's no freedom in this.
We don't
talking about how white
don't
women have
need
certain
to
problems.
have those thoughts in our head.
What did I walk into?
You
Well, no,
walked into a
Damon,
wall
back
of
me up
dog
here.
shit.
That
How do you
there
do
are legitimate discussions on here about how white women love dogs. Like, there's a lot of streams about that.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
don't want to talk about
happened.
it.
Okay. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm sorry, Steve, but Steve, look, we have to look at Cat's face every day and understand that the secret of youth is about draining souls and drinking blood. We don't want all these answers, but Cat's the proof. People continuously die every day and stare at Cat and know that there is an answer, but they won't go to those extents. So, Steve, I think you're putting more. You have more harm than
He's
you're
talking
putting
about
out.
adrenochrome, Cat.
I'm talking about that. You have more. You're putting out more harm than good, Steve. Look, it's just like advertising Tide Pods.
Steve is amazing. Don't diss Steve. We love
Steve is
Steve.
the Satan here because Steve is out here putting her out like an advertising to teenage kids for Tide Pods. I mean, this is the issue. I mean,
Steve's the victim. Cat's the one abusing Steve.
No, I don't think I'm starting to believe because of the way that Steve is getting really insulted instead of asking for us to free him. That I think Steve's really the mastermind behind all this. I mean,
make Steve wear glasses so that we can't see him blinking code.
Well, that's true. Well, I think Steve is part robot.
Blinking. I can't.
I think he's part robot. You might see the code in his irises if if he doesn't wear glasses. I don't know if Steve's a human anymore. She might have killed him many years ago and put him as a robot. I don't know.
I've got several bodies in the closet, and that's all me. So
Okay, let's go back to
if I was 10 years younger, I would so be asking Simperius for some of the drugs he's on. But now I wouldn't be able to handle it. But
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not, I haven't done drugs in like 20 years, man. It's a long time.
Because it's all saturated into your fat, dude. Whenever you lose some fat,
No, you know what it is? I'll tell
you.
you. It's all those Colombian escorts that you hire when you're like 20, 21 and all that blow and stuff. You jump across the border down in Mexico and get those,
Just answer the question.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Everybody wants to go
Vicky, have
back
you ever
to
had
Vicky?
Vicky? What is your drug of choice? No, I mean, I'm asking this legit.
We're on
What's
the
your drug
internet,
of choice?
Sibby.
What?
Not
That's
on
not
the
an issue.
internet. I'm
You
not
can
gonna
ask people your
announce that.
Water.
What? You
Water's
could say
the
it's
drug of
alcohol.
choice.
Yeah, what? That's not, dude. Steve asks that to every patient. So
No,
come on,
I
it's not.
don't ask the drug of choice. I try to tease it out of them without them
Exactly.
knowing that
See,
they're
Steve knows.
telling me.
Vicky, come on, don't make me tease it out of you.
Vicky,
Now,
what's your spirit of choice? What drink?
what's
Please
your?
don't say
Well,
tequila.
Vicky,
Don't say tequila.
do you like uppers or downers? I see she's
Gin.
an upper.
Okay.
Uppers.
She's an upper girl. She's a cocaína girl. She's a Cuban cocaína girl.
No,
Jesus.
cocaine. No.
Yeah, she's
I've
all
never
about
done
the coke.
sugar boogers. Booger
That's
sugars,
not
whatever they're
true.
called.
She's a party girl. Unless she was doing Molly, she was either maybe. Oh, did she do Molly? Were you doing double stacks?
No, Molly wasn't around when I was partying.
What? You're my age. Of course it was.
Ecstasy.
What are you
She's the one who
talking
had a
about?
little bit of ecstasy
No,
at the
that's
end of the
bullshit.
night.
She's my age. She's
Yeah?
exactly my age. She's 37. Dude, Molly, dude, Blue Dolphins, double stacks. Those were like what was going on when we were young.
That was my first one.
Huh?
That was my first one. The Blue Dolphins.
See, she did do it. See, I told you, don't lie to me. See, I knew it. See, Kat, you and your
That was
sister.
like when I was 16. Who does that at 16?
But that's what I'm saying.
Me.
Don't lie to me. I was the popular kid. I know what you're doing. Steve,
Popular
don't you see
amongst
that?
What circles, Imperius?
Oh,
what
the
circles
white
were you popular in? The ones that couldn't hear anything? The deaf ones?
No. Well, they could be deaf, but they as long as they would, they had their eyes, so they knew I was gorgeous. But Steve, I mean, look.
Wait. Do you understand this, Kat? Deaf ones. These are the people that you do sign language with, Kat. The deaf ones. Just to remind you.
Dude, Molly does more than that, dude. Molly makes girls strip and start fingering themselves in the bathroom
All right, Simperius.
No, that's what that does, dude. Molly makes girls go nuts. I'm sorry. But I've seen it many times. Girls go nuts, dude. They start getting all sweaty and just ripping their own clothes off. It's ridiculous. But yeah, no, Kat. Vicky was a Molly girl.
And then they start eating each other's faces off.
Well, they do make out a ton. They do.
No, I mean like literally eating faces off.
No,
that's screwing the fucking
basketball. No, Molly is.
Dude, I've seen.
No,
I've
Molly
seen
is sex. They
shit
start
with
rubbing
Molly as
each
well,
other.
man.
No, dude. They start like rubbing each other, dude. Like they're like if they're with girls, like their girlfriends, they start like rubbing each other and like rubbing their arms and then like start like rubbing their hands with their hair and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's all they all into it together. Vicky. Now, if we're talking about drinks here, are you? You sound like maybe a tequila or Patron girl.
I said gin. Gin is my poison.
Oh, gin? Really? That's odd. I wouldn't pick for. I see Steve.
That's something interesting, Simp. If you listen,
that is really interesting. I feel like Steve would be more of a gin guy.
Yeah, I do gin.
Steve looks like a gin guy.
He's a vodka
See,
guy.
just another reason for Kat to die. And just like,
See, Kat, this is
we could make this union
Look
happen.
how many viewers you have. Look at all the likes. See, Kat, when you have me up here to have good discussions that people want to hear, you'll actually get paid attention, not your dumb woman babble with your like she has all these stupid women on all week, Steve. Do you ever like meet some of these chicks that she has on? Do you ever like have to like have them over for dinner or something?
I saw one. Actually. I landed on a video of Kat's where she was talking with a woman who cut her fucking elbows off.
Cut her elbows off.
Yeah.
There's a woman talking about how she cut her fucking elbows off and then lasered off the wound and then got tattoos to make it look like it was normal skin color. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
What were you watching?
I figured something out. I figured something out about Vicky. She's on the autism scale.
What?
I guarantee you she is.
Just because she doesn't pay attention to you.
No. I guarantee you she is. I can tell just by how she's looking. No. She can't do one thing at one time. She has to do multiple. Her brain gets too bored by just sitting there in the conversation. So she's doing 5. I bet she has like 20 tabs open. No, it's not me.
How
Kat could
many
be
times?
talking.
Okay, let's count them.
I bet you have like 12.
7, 9, 10, 11, 12,
take a
13,
while.
14 tabs.
Oh, I would have won in
14 tabs
Price is
on
Right.
two.
And she probably has like a
on two
monitor that's
monitors.
split. Yeah, like split monitors and stuff like that. You know, see, Steve, I already know her. Why not just let us get married so that I already know her already. Like, you know, Steve, look at this.
We don't need you any closer than what you are right now.
Steve, could you imagine I could handle it? Steve, could you imagine I could be the
How can we turn you off in person?
I could be the Steve, I could be the coolest uncle to your son. You know what I mean? You guys could have a kid. I could be the cool uncle and yeah, if you had a kid, you and Kat could. No, but it'll give you an excuse to have one with Kat now. You can have a son, and then I could, you know, be the cool uncle and teach him how to bang chicks and stuff. You know what I mean?
No, that's not a cool uncle. That's the creepy uncle.
That's the cool uncle.
Little child about things that he doesn't want to hear about.
He wanted an uncle that taught him how to bang
so
chicks.
Pierce, you got to promise now that you won't touch Steve's son.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
But
look at Fatty.
So honestly,
he's not going anywhere. He can't move at full. He can't move that fast. I mean, he's like a damn turtle on a beach.
Simperius, be honest with us, dude. In this stream so far, how much progress have you made on your Vicky shrine?
Well, I'm trying to find a blonde chick walking by my house so that I could cut her hair off and have the blonde hair
skin off as well.
Yeah, you know how like you gotta cut you gotta chop. I'm waiting for one that has like a ponytail so I could run up. Yeah, like if they have a ponytail, so I could run up with scissors, just chop it off in one lock. You know what I mean? And then I could just run off with the hair. What do
you do with it? You sniff it?
Well, I put it on a figure. You know, I have one of those mannequins from like Macy's. You know what I mean? And I got
Ibaka's costume, so we can just wear his victim's hair.
Well, hey Steve, have you ever seen the movie The Devil's Rejects?
Is that you?
Steve,
You're a reject from the devil. What's
no, but Steve, have you ever seen that? There's a great scene about wearing something, Steve. I thought that was pretty similar to that.
I don't, okay. It's not my type.
Well, maybe you, Kat, have you watched that?
That's like Guillermo del Toro film, right?
Yeah, the one. Remember in the hospital where remember right. You guys are well. You know, unfortunately, there was a woman that she interrupted a procedure and she had to be dealt with and kicked out of the room wearing the skin of another person's face. Yeah, it's.
Did you hear that?
You have to
filtering
Imperious, dude, in your most convincing voice, try to say the whole, it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Just say that to Vicky.
What? Vicky.
What?
Look at her. She doesn't even know what it's going to be. So I can't know. She's too innocent. Like she's not even paying attention. She's probably looking at like memes in one tab. She has like her bank statement open in another. She has like a travel. See, she knows. I already know her. I know women like this. I've dated so many. Like
I think you're completely wrong. I think she's just looking at porn.
No,
like she's talking to us right now. She's porn.
No, she's not autistic. She's autistic.
Wrong with it.
No, she's autistic. Autistic girls don't look at porn like that, but they are freaks in bed. They will let you do anything.
You can tell a lot by a girl by the porn that she works.
No, I bet Vicky's a little freak. No. She's Cuban. She's a freak, dude. Like, I bet she's got see, that's the thing. The reason I know Vicky is hiding a lot is because she said first Kat has a bigger ass. Now we know that's a false because no woman will admit that another has a better ass than them. So I think
first you said bigger, then you said better.
Well, bigger is usually better. You know what I mean?
Wait, Vicky, does Kat have a bigger ass than you or a better ass than you?
You don't need to answer that question if you don't want to.
Just Steve, Kat, put Steve, reset his programming to silent.
Okay, no, wait a second. No. We won't ask Vicky. We won't ask Vicky.
The mute button is hidden.
We'll ask it this way. Steve, does Kat have a bigger ass or a better ass than Vicky?
I'm not going to answer that. I have not seen them both.
Oh, stop, Steve. You've seen them at the beach.
No.
You've seen them at the beach frolicking together.
This is why we love Steve.
And run into the water together.
No, but this is why we love Steve. Diplomatic answer. That's
well, but the thing is, the more diplomatic, the more I know I'm right. Like that's the thing. The more
No,
he
it
tiptoes
doesn't
around
mean-
it, the
no,
more.
it goes
No,
neither
if he's
direction.
sitting, no, if he's going there, they're kind of. Then I know those titties are perky and big, and
No,
that
that's-
ass.
Lord have
No.
mercy.
Well, perky,
No, I'm just
This
saying
is
it's
what-
not. Remember, she hasn't had a kid like Kat. Like, and I still don't
What?
believe Kat has had a kid. I couldn't believe that. If Kat has a kid, dude, that kid must be so embarrassed, like 24/7. Like, could you imagine going to the mall with Kat? Like, Kat is
the
completely
attention,
oblivious.
yes, she gets a lot of attention.
No,
Yes.
no, she doesn't. She's
But
oblivious. She
does.
probably like
A lot
walks.
of attention.
She probably no. She probably walks into like back rooms and gets lost and stuff. Or
What the hell are you talking
no.
about?
you know what I
no.
mean? Like no, she probably goes.
No,
You know, they'll be like, oh, the
I don't
back
know
room is
what
in.
you mean.
Are we talking about the same person here?
Yeah,
are you
she's
talking about
lost.
a
Kat
different
doesn't know what the
person?
hell she's doing. Like, and plus she's a midget. She gets lost behind the clothing aisles. You can't see where she goes. You know what I mean? Like that.
See, one of the things I love, one of the things I love about having Simperius on is it just makes me love Steve so much. Steve's got infinite patience. He's like the coolest motherfucking guy. Like, yeah, I don't want to cut in Simp, but honestly,
Steve,
I
what
wish
would
I
you
could
do
be
if your
Steve's
daughter
brother-in-law.
ended up marrying a guy like me? What would you do, Steve? What would you do? And that's the thing. She probably will. Because knowing Kat with the kind of ideas and the kind of like things Kat pushes on here, that whole like, oh my God, like get the popular rich guy, just marry. Like Kat's probably already putting her.
What are you talking about?
Kat, is your daughter 18 or 19 yet?
No.
No.
Okay, but I'm thinking Kat's already doing the arranged marriage. She's probably putting it out there for Iranian billionaires and stuff. She's like 18, countdown clock. You know what I mean? Because Kat's not a. Do we think she's really like a mom type mom? I mean, if Kat tried to yell at you, just laugh at her, like pat her on the head. You know what I mean? I bet the daughter's already taller than her. You know what I mean? Can you really even?
I can see Kat being super strict and having a
No,
really
I
fucking
can't.
bad
She's a
temper.
midget. She's
there
not
you
the-
go.
Yeah.
See, he gets me.
You give her a
No,
stick
she
and
doesn't
it's
have. Hey,
gonna be
Vicky.
used.
She doesn't have the Cuban like instinct in her, like with you. Like you could put the chancla. Like Vicky can pull the chancla out. And do the whole, like,
I think Kat's the kind of mother who would use a belt or like a switch on a kid.
No, Vicky, do like
This
an
was
angry
legally
Latina
allowed,
voice.
yes.
No, Vicky, do an angry. Like, oh no, motherfucker, I'll fuck you up. Say it, Vicky. Say it. Like no, say it.
It has to come
She does. That's what I'm
naturally. It
saying.
can't be forced.
See that, but that's what
It
I'm
has to
saying.
come
Like
naturally.
Vicky's one of those that like she's got the Latina, like Dominican,
No.
like
Vicky,
Puerto
can you
Rican
say it
voice.
again? I didn't hear what you said. Can you say that, Vicky?
What has to come
Like
naturally?
I'm gonna mess you up, or I'm gonna say something like
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
come at you, huh?
Shut up, or I'm gonna come at you. I don't know. I'm gonna get you.
Do it in Spanish.
Yeah, do it in. Oh, she can speak Spanish. Say "papi."
No, I'm not gonna give you that.
No, but threaten us in Spanish.
I'm
Go
not
on.
gonna let you take that to the spank bank.
Oh, that's already you're. I've already been, it's already been
let's just-
memorized. It's fine. You already
Just
leaned
say
back.
that you're
You
gonna
already leaned
say
back
that
like
you're
an
gonna
hour
come
ago.
at us in Spanish.
Hey, Steve, did you know she leaned back and showed us her goods like an hour ago?
No.
Yeah.
Let Vicky talk for a minute. Imperious.
No,
Jeez.
we gotta get
Try
used to Vicky.
You
Let
guys
her
can talk. I'm having a
Find
great
your
No,
time
see,
new
listening.
Vicky's not going to be
Impressive.
doing much talking when she's with me, so I like.
Simperious, wait, let me
Just
just hear
because-
Vicky threaten us in Spanish. I'm interested.
Te me
Go
callas
ahead,
o te
Vicky.
caigo. Te caigo.
Louder
me
with
callas.
Oh, wow.
boom.
No.
You have to yell
I
at him.
don't-
This is his language.
Cállate. Que te dije, cállate.
Cállate means shut up. I've heard that one when I've dated Mexican chicks.
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of scary,
I
but
don't know
also
how that
arousing.
would be.
Cállate, maricón.
Remember, Damon, remember that phrase that I taught you?
No, he doesn't.
You can use that at
Oh.
any time.
No,
Dude,
we're
dude,
not
I-
trying to
I-
piss anyone
Can
off.
she do that? Can
I
she do
wrote-
that whole like?
I
Can
wrote it
she do the
down.
whole like soft like Latina voice where she puts like the finger in her mouth while she's talking, like the tip of her finger, and speak Spanish? That's what the hot Latina.
No, the
Oh
little
my
finger,
God.
the little finger, and you got to chew it sideways.
they like bite it while they're talk. It's like, oh yeah, and then they kind of no. It's like they put it in the middle of their mouth, like in the middle.
Oh,
Not at the corner.
Simperious, even better, like the sleeve of their sweater. They're chewing on
Oh
that.
yeah, they bite this. Yeah.
What is it
yeah.
about that? What is it about
Yeah,
that?
they
I
wear
don't
like
know- I don't
really
know.
long sweaters, so the sleeves are over long, and then they bite the end of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like the sleeve has got nerve endings that's attached
See,
to
there
you
she
when they
is.
do
She's
it.
got the longer sleeve. Bite it, Vicky. Bite it for us really quick.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you my own passport right now if you buy the sleep. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, see, we need to get Vicky over to look, Vicky. Let's be real here. You don't want to
Cat,
be.
please don't.
You don't
Sorry,
want to
but
end up.
Cat, don't tell your mum about this, please. Keep the secret.
Yeah. You don't want to end Cat, Vicky. You don't want to end up like Cat, miserable and old like that. Like, just let's travel the world together and bang on every
Miserable and
continent.
old.
Like, why don't let's just
Jeez.
travel the world and bang on every continent, Vicky, and we'll see what happens after a couple months.
So you have this ability to take her to different continents and
It's called kidnap,
wait,
Steve. It's not an ability. It's just called kidnap.
Okay, right. Okay, it's gonna be rowboats and
Yeah, I mean, we can do rafts.
He's
We
gonna
can
put
do
her in
rafts.
the back of,
Well, the Rio Grande
sailboat.
isn't that wide. I mean, it's only about a mile wide, so it's not too bad.
So Imperius, where are you going to take her first? That she has not been, because she's been.
Well, first we got to go to Mexico so I can get her, knock
That's
her out,
boring.
And get her married.
No, you got to do something more.
But once I get it, no, she gotta knock her out, get her married in Mexico. So then, we're married, and then
Mexico?
I can drag her all over the place. Well, because it's real. You don't need consent in Mexico to marry a woman.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
wait a minute. Is that a thing?
What are you saying? And how do you know this? And why did you research this?
I look. I'm Imperious. I make money and I know things, and that's just what I do. That's what Imperious does.
You don't make much money, but I mean, we don't know how much you make.
What? Well, look at that! Wow. Well, look, Steve. I'm sorry that Cat drains most of your money. I live quite comfortably. You got to pay for an aging, she devil that I have to. I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of expense.
Okay, everybody, shut up. Vicky has a question. Tell us, what is your type of guy without you guys interrupting?
Oh, I have a question.
People want to hear it.
My guy?
Yeah. Tell us.
Are we doing like what? Like emotionally, physically?
Stay the bare minimum. Stay the bare
minimum.
Does he have
ADHD?
Hey, Vicky, what's the kind of guy you look at and you're like, I gotta fuck that guy right now? That's what we're talking about, Vicky. No, Vicky, you gotta the type of guy you look and you go, I gotta fuck that dude right now.
Okay, calm down.
You might need to.
No, I'm saying that's a true thing.
Okay. So, anyways, Vicky, why don't you go? He's taking a break. Just tell us your bare minimum criteria for a guy. Not because obviously, if we could pick to the moon, it's all going to be, whatever.
Okay, well, bare minimum has to have a job. I mean, has to have a job.
Does he have to
job
make
enough?
Like $20 an hour.
He has to make enough money that he wants me to stay home.
What if he's a trust fund boy?
I could still stay home. So
yeah, I mean,
if he's a trust fund baby, is he using his money smart and investing into future things and not just relying on trust fund money? Is he investing his money into things for the future?
Too many requirements already, Vicky. You need to lower it.
Well, I mean, it's a trust fund baby, so this is ridiculous. The bar is really low there.
No, she can have but I mean,
he's not self-made, so
okay, let's lower the bare minimum. That's where you have to be. You have to think of the bare minimum.
He needs to have a pulse.
No, pulse is
bare minimum.
I'll allow it.
Overrated. Pulses are overrated.
Pulses.
Yeah, necrophilia ain't that big a deal.
Yeah. There's Bernie.
I got 20
okay, let her talk. Let her talk.
Because I have to finish packing.
Okay. So you have a minute.
Been here for 2.5 hours of my packing.
Nice.
Why are you packing? You're already getting ready for that Alaska trip with Imperius?
Yeah, I'm on my way, obviously.
Yeah, but Vicky, before you leave, can you at least just stand up for us really quick
so
we can? I gotta know if she's hotter than. No, I gotta know. Look, she looks good right there, though. See, look, I can tell she has the sharper, more like feminine shoulders than Kat. So Kat's got those manly. She got the bad genes. Okay, so I know this one got the
manly shoulders. Are you looking at?
He's got shoulders like a man, Steve. Stop it.
No, she doesn't. Not at all.
Yes, she does.
These are my man
shoulders like a man. She's got a. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at those movies. All right, no, Steve, look.
He just messed up his keyboard. He's got.
Yeah, I did actually. No, look, Steve, look. we're all honest here, and we're just talking.
Honest.
Like Vicky appreciates that there's these many men in here, and there's rich, good-looking guy like I like that is.
Nobody knows what you look like. Stop.
Or what
Steve,
you
no, everyone knows what I am. I'm like, why don't you just put like Brad Pitt, Jimmy?
No. Brad Pitt's brother. That's what you.
No. That guy's retarded. That guy doesn't have autism or like Down syndrome or something.
All of them.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Everyone has
Well, that's what
autism.
happened to them as the parents. You got all the genes went to one, and the other was kind of like a shell. You know what I mean? It was like they transported two people into one for Brad, and then the other one was just like a walking shell.
Okay,
kind of like Steve.
Wait.
Steve's a walking shell right now too. He's kind of like a robot.
Imperious. Vicky's got to go. She wanted
No,
to say
no. She don't got to go anywhere. Vicky, you can stay
She
here.
does.
Why can't you pack
I have to finish.
Vicky, you can just go in the back. Like, go look. Vicky, all you can do, just behind you there, just put the suitcase, open it up, and you could show us what you're packing and what you bring. Vicky, do you bring toys with you while you're going there?
Good Lord, Imperious.
Well, Vicky, can you at least say, Vicky, no, can you just say I love you, Imperious, before you leave?
No,
don't
do not do that.
He's gonna put on repeat, and then just like it's gonna be.
I'm gonna make that my entrance music when I come on here.
Oh my God.
Make it into a sound clip. No.
Can you say, Poppy, I'll see you later?
No.
That would be a good one too.
Oh my God, so weird.
Yeah, that's not weird. I mean, see, I used to have my Persian talking Farsi all the time. You don't even know Farsi. You're useless. Like, what? I mean, hey, Vicky, do you know Farsi at all or no? Or just Spanish?
I just know Spanish.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll teach you Farsi. I mean, we can learn some words while we're having activities. I'll teach you certain words.
God, Jesus.
Activities. Okay. Is this the one where she digs
but
a hole?
But Vicky,
I'm
very happy that you. Vicky, I'm very happy that you came on tonight. This was a year in the making, and it's just going to lead to a beautiful relationship between each other. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun together, Vicky.
Okay.
Whether you want to or not.
Yeah, Vicky, I'm already looking at non-extradition countries. So let's just.
Oh my God, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, let's go to North Korea. How about that? We can go skiing this winter.
Skiing away from the guards?
Buy me some flights.
Yeah, I mean, you've never been to Asia, so I mean, why not, right?
It's interesting how Imperious is picking places that's also like very convenient to bury a body. Like after we've done what we've done, like you got loads of snow.
I said it's a non-extradition country. You can get killed from
I'm talking about snow. I'm talking about snow, dude.
Well, I was talking about non-extradition. You just kill someone and they can't extradite you. That was the joke, idiots.
I know that, but I'm talking about you actually planning about burying a body as well.
No, she's a snow bunny. I might as well take her to somewhere in the snow, right?
Yeah, he would bury her in the snow.
Okay, enough, you guys. Let's not plan this. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean, I can use Steve as kind of like the, he'll help me cadaver the body and, all kinds of.
I'm not doing any such thing at all.
Steve probably knows an incinerator, too. He probably works a lot where there's an Steve's got all kinds of
money. We're not talking about that.
Steve, why?
It's been fun.
Bye, Vicky. You'll keep me up all night tonight. You'll keep me up all night, babe. I hope to see you soon.
Vicky. Lock your doors.
Oh, there she showed a little bit. There it is. Now, oh my God, I'll be up. I'm gonna be up for 2 days now.
Oh my God.
Shit, I'm gonna be dehydrated by tomorrow. Steve, does excessive masturbation hurt you or no as a doctor?
Yes. Actually ejaculate blood if you break some blood vessels.
See, Kat, you can't have a fun show without me on here, Kat. Come on.
Oh Lord. Well,
see, Kat, if I was in the family, wouldn't I be the best family? Like I'd be the best person at all the family gatherings and stuff. Like I bet Kat's mom would love me. I'm the kind of guy that Kat's mom would probably love. That's the thing.
You would have to get over Damon first in order to get to her.
No, I don't want to bang her. Damon can have. I'm just saying the moms love me. Like that moms love me.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
I have
dude,
a
I'm
feeling that Kat's mom would be the one to kill you.
No. Persian moms
I think
love
she
me.
would. I
No.
think
Dude, I remember my Persian ex, like the mom, every time I went over there, she already had
My
like
mom
a whole...
is Cuban.
It's different.
She's cute. Well, then your dad and I will get together. Like, that's the thing. Your pops and I will be out there. He's Persian. He probably plays a lot of golf. Does he play golf a lot or no?
No, he
her
doesn't.
dad wouldn't be in the picture. Her dad wouldn't be in the picture.
Oh, what's wrong with your dad? Where's he at?
It's her dad is
It's not your dad? Wait, you have a different... Wait, how are you even related to her? Wait, what?
Well,
Because you said you have different moms. What the hell is going on? Wait, she's not even a Persian? She's just pure Cuban?
No. We are sisters. Her dad is Persian. My dad is Persian.
Would you have an
mom is
IVF?
Cuban. My mom is Cuban.
Okay, but are you related?
He needs to figure it out himself. He can
Wait,
do
your
it. He can
dad
do
is
this.
Persian and her dad is Persian, okay? And
My
mom is...
My mom is Cuban and her mom is Cuban.
That could be all kinds of different fucking combinations there. Yes, it could be the Cuban mom of yours, and it's different dads. It could be the dad of your Persian dad and different moms.
No.
Like, what the fuck? There's multiple.
There's no, actually.
There's only one way.
One way.
So, well, what? No, because you have
maybe two ways, but
there's two ways. You fucks. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't.
Well, no, there's a third. Oh well. Anyways,
Watch the new Dexter series by any chance, or no?
We saw like the first episode or something.
Dude, Sarah Michelle Gellar, I'd kill her and bang her. She's hot. She was my childhood crush, dude.
She was my pretzel.
Dude, I would rape. Okay, never. I would
No, we don't say horrible.
Oh, that's why I tried to stop myself. I would grape her.
No, you won't do anything to her.
Oh.
Anyways, you're on a timey out. Okay.
Why did you? I mean, he didn't have to say it. We know that that's his go-to move.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anyways. No, she was not adopted. No, but we are siblings, but we have different parents. Can anyone figure it out?
Stepsister?
Yes.
Like, I thought we already knew that.
Simperius couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, but he's got ADHD and meds and everything else, so. And his brain blood was somewhere else, to be fair.
Hold on. So hold on. Who has the bigger nose?
Huh?
What? We have normal noses.
No. That'll be who's like the more Persian.
We don't have a Persian hooked nose, big nose on either family. We just don't have that.
Can you turn sideways for a moment, Kat? I don't need. Okay.
It's tiny.
Yeah, that doesn't get in the way of blowjobs, does it, Steve?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Oh my God.
She can go all.
See, Steve's freeing up. See, Steve's finally showing some life. We're getting it out of him. See, here you go, Steve. We're corrupting Steve for you, Kat.
We love Steve. We love
Kat,
Steve.
does your daughter watch these streams afterwards, or no? Does she know you have like a channel?
She did one time when Damon was talking about breaking grandma's hips. Remember?
Oh, God.
She saw that. We caught her.
Is she okay with it though? Is she okay with it?
Fine with it. She thought it was funny, but she was just. We caught her watching. We're like, no, you can't watch those streams. And she's like, but my grandma's on. I get to watch.
Okay, if Kat's daughter is watching this, I just want to say I'm sorry, but on the plus side, at least your mom gives good blowjobs and your dad's happy with it. I'm just saying.
Time him out. Ban him. Time him out.
Oh, too late.
Steve, well, no, what I would tell her is just say you're going to have a cool new uncle and he's going to be, and it's going to be awesome. There's always going to be a place to party, Steve. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she ever wants to party, she can bring her college friends over when she goes to college. I'll let her party at my house, all safe and everything.
Partying.
Oh yeah, that's gonna end up fun.
Yeah, with all the cameras you have in your house. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we could do it Diddy style.
No. How about no?
He won't do a freak off. He'll do a
Nope. Nope.
what would
Nope.
we call it?
Dude, did
No.
you? Hey, Steve, you got to rewind it earlier. Cat squealed like a little piggy. She really did. It was like this high pitched, like. Wee! It was like, dude, it was this high pitched squeal. I've never heard it before. I made her squeal like a little piglet.
Okay, relax.
What?
Relax.
I don't want to know what you said.
Relax.
There's something about
No, what was it, Cat? What did I say?
outrageous.
Even ask the chat, Steve. She did squeal like a little pig. It was Steve. You ever heard of a guinea pig? You ever that little wee wee wee? Like, you know how they like kind of squeak really high? That's kind of how she sounded. It was really it was pretty
squeak. Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways,
Steve, how many months did it cost of salary for that ring? And do you ever regret it?
I don't think about that. There's no need.
Are you still paying it off by any chance?
No.
No.
I paid it immediately.
Yeah.
You didn't go to like Harry. You didn't go to like Harry Winston.
No, we didn't get something fancy. What is wrong?
Why?
With you?
What is that?
We're
She's
not
not.
like
See, that's how I know she's not Persian. No Persian would ever get like a ring that's not extravagant.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
No, that would.
Vicky's the kind that she would want a ring
no.
specifically bigger than Cat's. She'd be like, I have to have it bigger than Cat's.
That's hard for you then.
Well, I mean, you have a midget hand, though. I mean, that's what is that? A half a carat? Probably looks like 10 on your little midget hand.
I think Vicky would want Cat's ring. Like,
well, I can get her that. We'll chop Cat's.
When Cat's out of the picture,
yeah,
like,
well,
she would say to Steve, now that we're together, I want that ring.
No. She just wants
would require a new one. I think she would require.
Yeah, she wants. Yeah, we see that exactly. She did. See, I'm telling you, you got to rewind it and find that squeal. Like it was some kind of gerbil sound or something. I don't know what it was actually.
Is that what?
It was like a gerbil, prairie dog, some kind of small mammalian.
Prairie dog. Okay.
It was some kind of small mammalian squeak. I don't know exactly. Look at how she just flounces off by herself. Dan, Steve, they both have autism in different ways. Vicky and they're both autistic. Like they are on the spectrum. They have to be, Steve, because they can't focus on one thing.
Well, isn't everyone a little bit on the spectrum?
It's a spectrum.
You, because you don't seem to be able to focus on anything either.
Well, if there's titties, I can focus on that.
No, I don't even think you.
Yeah, but those are two things, dude.
There's two things.
It is two things. Yeah.
Good Lord.
That's a good catch. Good catch, Damon.
I
don't know. I think Vicky and I think. See, Vicky's where she's in Miami, she said, right? Yeah. So, I mean, she's a little party animal thing. That's the thing. We got to get her up to the Panhandle and at the nice beaches and, bang on the, resort beaches where it's all isolated and stuff like that. I think she would, she's getting a little too old for Miami.
Is this true, Kat? The Persians are less greedy than Arabs?
It is. It's true.
No, all of them are greedy.
Depends what kind. Like it depends.
I didn't know that anyone was greedier than Arabs.
No,
the Persians are pretty greedy though, but they will also give more too. The Arabs won't give anything. The Persians will give people money. Like, you know what I mean?
No. Arabs, if you go into their home, they will be very generous with you.
Those are like the poor ones.
No. Yeah, those are the poor. Nah, dude. Like the dirty Arabs don't really. No, come on, dude. It's a Persian.
Calm down.
No, I'm serious. I know the culture. If you're invited and you're in an Arab's home, he, she, it, whatever, is required to protect you and
feed
you and to be. They're generally very generous with you.
But I'm talking like the Persians. Like I remember my ex-fiance's like Persian dad would be like, "Here's like $500. Here, just take it. Let's go have some fun." They would just pull out a wad of hundreds and just give
because
it to you.
that makes them look better.
Isn't it Arabs who culturally? Is it Arabs who culturally have to reject something if they're offered it like 2 or 3 times?
Persians
before.
Persians
all right.
Yeah, Persians do that. Like I could never buy anything when I went over there. Like when I traveled with them, they had to buy her mom would like go crazy about not letting me do anything.
Well, wait, Imperious, did you say, "Oh no, I'll pay for it"? Was there any fight over
Oh no, I would be like, I just even after a while, I didn't even care. I didn't even ask.
Well, you actually did it incorrectly. You should have been fighting every single time. I made a mistake one time.
No, I'm white. It's fine. She loved me. Her mom loved me.
No, it's not fine actually. They
No, dude, her mom
actually
used to mail me
no,
food,
it's not.
dude. No, it's fine. Her mom used to mail me food, dude. Come on. You don't
No,
know it.
but,
You don't know
like,
a trooper.
when-
You don't know.
when
You don't
when
know.
you fight over the bill, you're supposed to fight over the bill each and every time.
No,
3
no, no,
times.
no,
You have
no.
to
Yeah.
object.
If you have blue eyes and they want their daughter to marry you, you're fine. You don't have to do nothing. Trust me. It's like a Latin family. Like if you're a blue-eyed white guy dating a Mexican chick, like they're the kind of abuelita, like the grandma will do everything for you as a white dude. Like they will seriously, like after a while, you just walk in and you just sit down and they just do everything for you. Trust me, I'm telling you.
Well, anyways, this was a great
Yeah,
episode.
Steve, plus, I mean, what do you know? Your program hasn't been downloaded completely yet. You got to update your software.
Yeah,
really
I got
quick.
some errors in the software. I think sometimes I get caught up on things, and it's
What
a
the
glitch.
hell are we
It's a
talking
glitch.
about?
I gotta
Steve's a
It's a
robot.
glitch. It makes them do stupid things like
stupid things, all
like-
kinds of stupid things, like
invite people.
Yeah, this is your most successful stream, I think. You know what I mean? I think this is your most successful stream with most viewers and likes, Kat, and you can thank me for it. So next time, just make sure weekly.
Wait, we have to thank you for it?
Well,
Well, yeah,
Fatty was the one that sent people.
All you got to do is just, continue to have Vicky on every week with me. You can call it, the Vicky and Imperious Molestation Hour or something.
No.
God. And just
cover your
and we can just we can have in-depth conversations together.
Are you guys going to thank Imperious for coming on?
Yeah, you got to thank me, Kat.
Thanks, Imperious.
That's
Imperious.
right.
I'll thank you for them. Thank you for coming on, dude. I can see they're having a
I love you
time of their
too. I
life.
love you, Kit. Damon, it's always a pleasure. Kat, as always, I feel dumber just looking at you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
She sucks the intelligence out of you, doesn't she?
She sucks your actual essence, your soul. I mean, no wonder she's
Look
still
at how
young.
happy Steve is, Sim, for having you on. Look how happy he is.
I mean,
he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to top the rest of the night after this. I think, Steve, you're going to have to do something big. You're probably going to have to, I don't know, zip your dick up in a zipper or something. I don't know what you can do to have more fun. But we need to put a smile on your face.
No, I mean, like Kat is similar to like the Golgotha demon. You know what I mean? When Christ, like she's just an evil that appears every couple centuries. I feel like Kat is like the female Dracula, and Steve's like her Renfield. That's kind of what I feel. Like he kind of looks like how Renfield was described too. Kat, do you ever read that book, Bram Stoker's book?
I saw the movie.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be back, Kat. I'll see you later.
I like to think of it as like Steve is like a more like, I guess, the Van Helsing character, and Kat is like a female Dracula, but they just ended up getting together and fucking instead.
Fucking and sucking.
How romantic!
It is. It's a happy.
It's a happy ending. Yes.
It's a happy ending.
Anyways, thank you guys.
And in a way, Steve did end up staking you. Just
yes,
he did.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I went through the
with his cock.
way. Yeah.
We know. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just being clear, Kat, that it was with his cock.
Impaler.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking it.
Anyways, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out. I know we didn't talk about the topic.
Like Steve did when he impaled you.
Yes, impaled. Very good. Very good, everyone. Okay.
With his cock.
Thank you. Yes, for that. Okay. Thank you all for hanging out. And next week, we are going to be talking about, I have a topic for next week that's going to be funny. I have some clips. What the heck was the topic? I think I made a thingy. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Gen Z is cooked. The hopeless generation. I have a lot of funny clips. So we're going to talk about how they're hopeless. And, it's always a good time. So like, subscribe, share, come back next time, set the little notification bell on, and we will see you all next week. Bye.